Handoff to Zielinski around the right side. Got away from one man, got away from two. Squirts between the deep.
It's time for high school sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade, Dick Seating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Valley Tractor. Now, let's go live to the stadium for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
All the way himself for the touchdown. Beautiful read by Ryan Branham. He'll score from 20 yards out. Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Wildcat Stadium for the Bridge of Sportsmanship, or the Battle of the Bridges. Along with Paul Collard, I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel. You've been in the Valley long enough. What do you call it?
I just call it a rivalry game that they're ready to play. They've had this game marked on their calendars for a year. All this smoke, they want to play football tonight.
Yeah, definitely so. And there was a question for a time today as to whether we would be here tonight because of the smokes, because of the fires. Thankfully, the skies have lifted and the smoke has cleared, and we've got probably our best air quality we've had in a long time, Paul.
Oh, yeah, I just checked my phone. It was like a green 10, which is outstanding. Wow. I looked about 4 hours ago, and I didn't think we were going to have a game. So thank you for the football gods. It's a beautiful night, a great night to play football.
Yeah, there is a chill in the air. You can definitely feel fall. One thing we should mention here, too, right off the start, before we talk about football, before we talk about Eastmont and Wenatchee, let's talk about our firefighters. With this breeze that has picked up here this afternoon, we're saying lots of prayers right now because we can see behind the camera the lower Sugarloaf is blowing up again, and Table Mountain off to our left here across the river is blowing up as well. So, my gosh, keep the firefighters in your thoughts.
Definitely. They just need lots of thoughts and prayers, and especially being out there on the line for so long, just to keep the morale going, too. We just can't say enough. Just protect us so we can be here to broadcast a football game. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll try to take your mind off of that a little bit with some football tonight. As the Eastmont Wildcats come in, they ride a 9-game winning streak against their Cross River rivals. Wenatchee would love to finally get a win.
Yeah, you have to go back to fourth graders like a dozen years ago almost to get a win for the Wenatchee. So Eastmont wants to keep that streak going. Wenatchee wants to break it. It's a rivalry game. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Wenatchee has been the road warriors so far this year because of the smoke. They've yet to have a home game in the Apple Bowl. I mean, they only had to come across the river tonight, but they would love to play a game at home. They are crossing their fingers that'll be happening next week, but they didn't have to travel far. The one thing about this matchup that's a little interesting is you can see behind us, we got a natural grass surface. This is the only natural grass surface in all of the Columbia Basin Athletic Association. And, you look at speed and things like that. Eastmont's a running attack. They've got speed, but they're used to this surface.
Yep. It all just comes down to the battle tonight. But if you're used to playing on field turf or turf, you can make quick cuts. You can get a lot of things happen real quickly. As Eric said, Eastmont's used to this field. We'll see if that gives them a home field advantage tonight, too.
Paul Collard has a extensive background with officiating across the country, as a matter of fact, in the collegiate ranks. And so he'll also help me out because in the booth sometimes we get a little lost in the weeds on, what's happening on the field with those yellow hankies and things like that. We hope to not see a lot of that tonight. We hope it just is determined between the lines and between the two teams.
Yeah. I was official for 28 years between high school and college, and really, the officials don't want to throw flags out either. Messes with the game, and we just want the game to keep going. We throw them when we have to. So let's hope we have a flag-free night tonight.
Well, and I should mention that Paul is a Hall of Famer, by the way, for his officiating. So congratulations to you, Paul. I don't know about you, but are you ready for some football? I know we are. It's coming up next. It's Eastmont. It's Wenatchee. It's the Battle of the Bridges. It's the Bridge of Sportsmanship. It's the rivalry game. We'll talk X's and O's coming up as we continue with the pregame show right after this.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
Welcome back here on the pregame show, along with Paul Collard, Eric Granstrom with you as we get ready for the matchup between Eastmont and Wenatchee. We talked about how the Wildcats have dominated this for quite a while. Last year, it was actually a pretty close game up to the half, and then Eastmont came out, got a big play, and that really seems to be the key when these two teams meet, is that big play that makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's almost Eastmont's offense all year long. 2-3 yard bursts, and all of a sudden a 15, 25, 70, 85-yard run. I mean, even their top three running backs are averaging over 11 yards a carry. That's incredible. So they like that big play offense. See it on as the old Seahawks ground chuck maybe tonight.
Well, and that's interesting. Talking with head coach Jay Foster, whom we're going to hear from in the pregame as we continue. He talked about how he wanted to balance their attack a little bit more so that they might have more success come the postseason. But so far, I mean, they almost have 1,000 yards rushing. They've got 3 of the top 5 rushers in all of the Big Nine on their club. Why go away from something that works?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They'll just enough passes tonight to keep the defense honest, but I see Eastmont, a lot of running plays tonight, set the tone, let that offensive line control Wenatchee's defensive line. Whichever line controls, that'll be the team that wins tonight.
The one thing for the Panthers coming in, they're 2-2 on the season, by the way. Their defense has really flexed its muscles in a few of their games so far this season, and I think they have an identity. The one thing that Wenatchee does not have necessarily an identity on right now is their offense. Are they a passing team? Are they a running team? So far, they really haven't had a lot of success no matter what they try.
Yeah, I think tonight for Wenatchee, they just want to get something established. Get that first down, that first down, get that second first down, get some momentum going, keep the ball, run that clock down. I think then Wenatchee have a pretty good shot.
Well, and we talk about those big plays. Don't be surprised if we see a lot of trickeration, as they used to say on Saturday Night Live, tonight when Eastmont and Wenatchee kick it off here in less than a half hour. We've got more on the pregame show coming up. I talked to both coaches. I also talked to Bodie Yale, a senior running back for Eastmont. I talked to Josiah Walker, who's only been in Wenatchee for 4 years, but now he's a senior. He's a definite wide receiver for Ryan Branham for the Wenatchee offense. That's coming up, as well as the teams introducing themselves. It's kind of a fun thing we do for the starting lineups. It's all right here as the pregame show continues next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat. Pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for the Bridge of Sportsmanship, talking with Taylor Mitchell, head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers. Coach, last week we knew Moses Lake coming in was going to be a good challenge for you guys. Game gets moved to Moses Lake. You guys are road warriors once again. Talk about those wave of emotions.
Yeah, I know the kids want to play a game in the Apple Bowl, and hopefully that'll come a week from tonight. Mose Lakes are like a team, and until someone knocks them off, they're going to be the favorite in our conference. Even when their quarterback graduates after this year, they'll probably be the favorites again next year until someone can knock them off. I think their defense has really improved tremendously, and that's kind of what's hurt them, I think, in the playoffs the last few years was getting stops. And Jay was, I think the plays he made on his feet, I knew getting stops was going to be a challenge, but I think he was a good player last year, and I think he's improved tremendously as well. So all around, just a really good football team.
So as you come out of that and get ready for Eastmont, you talked about this being the dirge of your season right now. Talk about this matchup as you get ready to take on the rivalry game.
Yeah, I know that as the head coach and even as being an assistant here, we're going to get our best week of practice from our kids all season this week leading up to this game. It means a lot to our kids. We're going to play in front of a great crowd, probably the best crowd that either team will see all season, whether it's here or over there. And they'll have all their family and friends. The whole community will be out there. So I have no doubt that our kids are going to play hard. I've coached some teams that haven't done so well here in my years past, and 1-9, 2-8 teams, and there's a couple of years where 0-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
So it's kind of throw the records out. They're a really good football team. They have some really good speed on offense. Their defensive line's really solid. They have a good linebacker. Overall, they're a solid football team, both sides of the ball. So it's going to be a challenge for us for sure to be able to move the ball, get stops. But I have no doubt that we're going to be able to do some of those things because it's a big game for our kids and the emotions will get going. So it'll be fun.
I don't know if it's any difference from any other Friday night, but this game always seems to be a game of big plays.
Yeah.
One side or the other that shifts momentum, and then suddenly there you go. You expect that tonight?
Yeah, and we saw it last year. They had some big plays on offense. We had a kickoff return for a touchdown. We had a couple big receptions offensively for big plays, turnovers. There's tons of swings of momentum last year. And I thought last year was by far the most evenly matched game we've seen since I've been here at Wenatchee High School. So we're talking pre-2020. So I expect to be the same. It's going to be a game of huge swings of momentum, and it's being able to handle the haymakers that they throw, right? Be able to handle the next blow and then be able to deliver some blows back as well.
We're going to talk to Eastmont coming up here in a little bit, and their coach and a player from their side. And it's not like when I was in high school and played football. I didn't know our rivalry kids. I didn't know the other guys on the other team. These guys know each other, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. I think that's what makes it fun too. And I think there's a real mutual respect. I talked to Coach Foster yesterday. I think there's a real mutual respect between our kids. They're going to compete really hard, but the dirty stuff after the plays, I think we see that from other teams in our league when we play against them. I think our kids will play hard whistle to whistle, and after that, there's really typically not a lot of extracurricular activities and penalties. Again, I think there's just heightened emotion going into this game, and so I know the kids will be ready, but I think there's a mutual respect. The kids know each other. They'll play hard, but I think they'll play clean also. For
your seniors, they haven't beat that team. How is that even more important for those guys? Or is it just, we'd like to get a win? Yeah, we just want to win. I don't care if we're playing Eastmont, Davis, West Valley. We want to win. It's another league opponent. These league games mean a lot to be able to make it to the next stage of your season and go to the playoffs. And so, it's a rivalry game, but I don't think it matters who it is. We want to beat them. Yeah, it means a lot to our kids. I think it's because they know, the kids that they're playing against. But it's another game on our season. Yeah, we want to win, but I want to win because it's our next opponent. That's it. What will it take for the Panthers and for you guys to be victorious in this game tonight, and for us to be down on the field talking to you afterwards as a victorious coach? I think the turnover battle. I think offensively, having a clean game, defense has got to be able to get some stops, create some turnovers. And then I think, if we look at the end of the night, turnovers and explosive plays, those will be the two key categories. Can we win the turnover battle? And then on the explosive plays, can we have more explosive plays than they did, which means our defense is doing a nice job of limiting the big runs, and hopefully offensively we're making some plays on the field as well. Who would you like me to talk to here before the game? JoJo Walker. Okay. All right. We will do that. Best of luck. Keep everybody healthy tonight, okay? Yeah, thank you. All right, there you go. Taylor Mitchell, head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers. We'll come back and talk to JoJo. Coming up next as the pregame show continues on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Pre-game show continues before the big matchup between Eastmont and Wenatchee. Josiah Walker joining us now. Josiah, tell us about your season so far and how are you matching up to your personal goals?
Well, so far, the season has been going pretty good, honestly. Like, so far, I've had I've had a lot of receptions, and I've scored twice. So I'm looking for another score coming this Eastmont game.
What'd that feel like for your first touchdown?
Honestly,
across the end zone.
It felt nice, honestly, and I want that feeling again. Like, it felt really nice. To be honest, yeah. It felt really nice.
Okay, all right. Of course, it takes 11 guys to make that happen, right? So talk about that as you get prepared this week. You're coming off a tough loss to Moses Lake last week. Do you just flush that? It's all gone, and now you focus on Eastmont? Yeah, well, we lost to Moses last week, and it was a really big loss towards us. But this week, we're playing Eastmont this week, and I'm just ready to go out there, make a lot of plays, and win this game. Break that 9-year loss streak we had with them tomorrow night at 7. So is that way heavy on you guys? I mean, you got seniors here that have never beaten this club. You got guys that are cleared in elementary school that don't know about Wenatchee beating Eastmont. So does that weigh heavy, or is it just we need to just win a game?
Well, for me, at first, when I first moved here, I moved from Florida here. Freshman year, I didn't play any sports, but sophomore year, I came here, and I seen that we were all rivals with them, and I seen how they play, and I seen how the players really feel about them. So me coming here and having to be on the team with them, I'm just ready to make that change and have us actually beat them this year and break that curse we had against them this whole time.
So what do you think it'll take?
It's gonna take a lot of courage, a lot of bravery. It's gonna take all of our team. We gotta bring everything out of our team, bring all of our goals, bring all of our all the stuff we've done over the summer. All the summer camps, everything we've worked on so far now to beat them this Friday.
It's a kind of a math equation, isn't it? This plus this plus this
equals this, yeah.
Gotcha. So being a part of the Panther program now for 3 years, how's it feel for you? I mean, now that do you feel like you're part of this program and part of this community?
Yeah, I feel like I'm really deep in this now that I'm a full-time varsity starter and I'm one of the main contributors to our team. I feel like as part of me, I feel like I have a job to do to help our team win the games, and I feel like I have a outcome towards winning all the games that we have so far.
How fast are you?
I'll say I'm pretty fast.
All I keep hearing is about Eastmont and how fast they are. They got 20 guys that run under 5 second 40 and all this kind of stuff.
Personally, I'm fast. I run a 4.640.
Okay.
Last season, so I'm pretty fast. So I'm pretty speedy, so it's going to be hard for Eastmont's defense to cover me, I feel like.
You guys practice on this grass. You're going to be playing on grass here for this game. Does that bother you at all?
Me?
Because a lot of fast guys, they like turf. They like that nice surface.
I like turf. I'm a little worried about their field, but I mean, honestly, it's just another day, another game, play on another field, and get the work done, honestly.
Do you play other sports?
Yeah, I do track in the springtime.
Okay, all right. So use that speed there. When you're not playing football or playing sports, what do you like to do?
Personally, I like to just lift and hang out with friends most of the time. Yeah.
Okay, all right. What are your plans after high school? Do you know yet?
I'd like to go to college for athletics. So if I was to get an offer for football or track, I'll probably go. But most likely, probably track.
Okay. What about career path? What do you think you want to do?
Career path, I'd say business. I like to do business.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Future entrepreneur, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, Josiah, best of luck. Thanks for taking the time. And best of luck against Eastmont here tonight, okay?
Okay.
All right, there you go. Josiah Walker joining us here on the pregame show. We will come back and get you the Eastmont side of the flip of the coin coming up next here as we continue with the pregame on the NCWLIFE Channel. Pre-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Jay Foster with Eastmont joining us now. tough road trip last week at Sunnyside. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I don't know if it was a tough road trip. We came out with a win. That's what we. That was the goal.
You only win by a touchdown. I mean, for a lot of people, that's a tough road trip.
Yeah, that was no. It was exactly what we expected. It's a tough place to play. They play hard. There's always seemed to be something in there that kind of flips some things, but I told our guys we had prepared for it and said this is what's going to happen. Be ready for it. When it does happen, we've just got to battle through it. And I thought the guys did a great job of keeping their cool and doing what we had to do to pull it out.
Did you get other health-wise okay? I know you lost a couple of guys along the way here. So how are you as you get ready for Wenatchee tonight?
Good. Javin Britton
had his ankle.
Had the ankle. He sat, but he's good to go.
Okay.
So we're back. I mean, we got the typical bumps and bruises that happen at this time of the year right now, but nobody that's going to be out for any reason. Okay. So we should be good.
You guys are on a 9-game winning streak against that Cross River rival with Wenatchee. Does that put added pressure as a coach going into it, knowing that there's that history there that they would love to knock you guys off?
Well, it's one of those deals where that's an outside thing, because the one thing that we've talked about, and I've talked about ever since I've been here, is that this group hasn't beaten Wenatchee yet. Right? And so I try to explain to them, I said, what's happened prior to, somebody else has done. We didn't do it. Now we're tagged with it because we're the Eastmont football team. But the bottom line is we have to go do it. And we've talked about it already. I said, do you want to be the one that, that I don't want to say people kind of forget about if you continue to win, because I don't know who won, game 5.
Right.
Right. But you will know who loses the one after a 9 or a 10-game winning streak, So, we talk about that and have talked about that is we have to focus. We got to come out. It's a rivalry game. I still don't care what happens, what records are in a rivalry game. It's going to be a great football game, and we got to come and we have to win this football game, not anybody else.
It's a different world when you and I were teenagers and we had the rivalry game against whomever it was. I didn't know any of those guys. Now you got players that know these guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Friends. Frenemies, whatever else term that they use, and it's right across the river, so that's obviously proximity. And then the cell phones, where you can go back and forth in a blink. I don't even have to know who they are. I'm just sitting here texting away at them or yakking at them, and so that brings a little bit more to it, and so they know more about each other than they probably should, which just adds fuel to the fire.
Let's talk a little X's and O's here. As you look at them, and I don't know how much you learned from the Moses Lake tape, but as you look at them, what do you see?
They've got some players, and I don't mean that like negatively, like they don't or they shouldn't, but they've got some players. They've got some people that can make some things happen. The quarterback can throw the football. They got a couple wideouts that can make some things happen. They got a couple big old linemen and D linemen that can create some havoc. So, there's always somebody there. One of the things we've always tried to do, regardless of who we play, is, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. We want to attack their weaknesses and try to minimize their strengths on both sides of the ball, and we'll continue to try to do that.
This game has been, it seems, since we've been covering it on TV, about big plays. It's a big play here, big play there, momentum, and then boom. It's one of those types of things. Your team has shown the ability to have those big plays. Right. They've also shown the ability to have those big plays. Is that what's going to happen here tonight, maybe?
Historically, that's the way it works. You look at any sport, and we talk about the unforced errors, I guess, is a nice, easy way to put it, because regardless of the sport, we can't turn the ball over, we can't have stupid penalties. On defense, we can't give up big plays and have, those moments where we go blank and forget what we're supposed to be doing. So every game is built on big plays and mistakes.
Well, best of luck here tonight.
Thanks,
Keep everybody healthy.
Absolutely.
All right, there you go. Jay Foster joining us here on the pregame show. We're going to come back and talk to Bodie Yale, right?
Bodie Yale, yes.
Bodie Yale. That's going to be next here as we continue with the pregame for the Bridge of Sportsmanship here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Pre-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for the Bridge of Sportsmanship, Eastmont and Wenatchee. We've got Bodie Yale here. Do you guys call it the Bridge of Sportsmanship, or is it Battle of the Bridge, or what do you call it?
We just call it the Battle of the Bridges. Okay. Or, yeah, this is what we call it usually.
All right. Slobber knocker.
Yeah.
Talk about your season so far and how you guys are coming from your perspective.
I think we're doing really good. We're on a roll right now, especially offensively. We're getting after it. The defense has had their moments, but they're doing really good too. But no, I think we're doing really good so far to start the season.
You guys traveled to Sunnyside last week, and scores maybe a little closer than the game was, but it seemed clicking offensively, especially big plays for you guys.
Yeah, we got a bunch of big plays. We did get set back though, but that's just how it is. But we came through adversity and fought through it.
So, how many of those guys do you know over there personally at Wenatchee?
Wenatchee? A lot of them.
Yeah.
I played baseball with a bunch of them. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So is there a little, fun smack talk? Is it serious? What's happening this week?
Oh, it's a little bit of both. I mean, it's super fun just to play against your buds, and then but it's also serious because you do want to beat them. But no, it's just like a both,
And you don't have to even probably think about it, but for them, for these seniors especially, they've never known a win against your team. That's got to be a little disheartening, I would imagine.
Yeah.
If you put yourself in their position.
Yeah, I'd feel the same way. But I don't know. They're gonna show up. We got to show up too.
So I was just talking to your coach. Is this a game about big plays? You think, just like you guys have had the propensity to do? They've had some big plays as well this year.
It could be, but I hope it's not just big plays, because if it is, it's hard to say who'll win that.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can just go and attack, and we won't have to worry about the big plays a bunch.
Talk about your guys' ability, and it seems every year Eastmont's got 2, 3, 4 guys that can carry the rock for you, and what you do offensively. I mean, do you like that, or would you rather be the bell cow and carry it 30 times a game?
I like how we're so spread out and everything, because we got a bunch of really good backs right now. We got Ethan, Austin, who's fast, and Javin. He wasn't there last week, but he's good.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, who's the fastest? I mean, Coach was saying you got 20 guys that ran under a 5:40 this last summer, so who's fastest?
On the team or the running back room?
You're on the team.
Probably our quarterback.
Peyton's faster than the rest of you guys?
I think so. I mean, we also did get this one kid from Central Valley, I think. He runs pretty fast with Peyton too.
Okay.
But,
all right. As far as when you're not playing football, what do you like to do?
I just like to watch sports, hang out.
So, being a baseball guy, you watch the playoffs right now. Are you a Mariner fan? Are you rooting the Mariners on?
I hope they win. I am also rooting for the Dodgers too. I love the Dodgers, but
wouldn't that be something for you then?
That would.
Mariners, Dodgers, World Series.
I'd root for the Mariners, but
that'd be kind of taking your mind off of football a little bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's fine.
How about just hanging out, social time? What do you like?
Just hanging out with my family, hanging out with friends, just doing whatever.
So, baseball, is that your future?
Yeah,
okay.
I hope so anyways.
Okay, well, what's the game plan? Do you have one yet?
I actually did commit to WVC, so I have another at least year to play.
Okay, all right. Any thoughts or hopes of Apple Sox in the summertime too?
I would love to play for the Apple Sox. I mean, that'd be cool. I love just watching them. I've watched them since I was little. I love the way they play.
You've had some halfback options, using that baseball throwing arm. Which is better, strikeouts or a pass touchdown? Pass touchdowns a little bit harder to do.
They are harder, yeah. I mean, that one I had at Moses was pretty nice.
Yeah. Does anybody ever call you Yodi Bale?
They do, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I did it once, announcing a baseball game when you were a freshman. So, yeah. Well, best of luck. Stay healthy.
I will
and we'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Bodie Yale joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back into the starting lineups that the guys will do for themselves. That's coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Well, and we're going to come right back now here to the field because we're about ready for kickoff. Wenatchee won the toss and deferred to the second half. So Eastmont will get the ball first here to start off the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Austin Zielinski is back deep for the Wildcats. He's back there along with James Corlett, who was out last week with a sprained ankle, but available here tonight. Meanwhile, for the Wenatchee Panthers, teeing the football up and getting ready to get things going here is Daniel Stillwater. And we are just about ready to get going here for the 2025 Bridge of Sportsmanship, or Battle of the Bridges, if you will. Low line drive kick will be taken by the return man at the 5 to the 10, 15, 20, waiting for a block. He's dancing still on his feet across the 30, and that's where he's finally driven down. Wenatchee or Eastmont will have pretty good field position to start the football game at their own 31-yard line. Along with Paul Collard, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel, as we'll get the kids a chance to introduce themselves coming up here in just a moment. Of course, the quarterback is Austin Zielinski. He's a junior. He's got his brother out there who just returned that kickoff, as we're underway for this 58th meeting between these two schools since it began back in the 50s. Dax Dixon will shift from right to left here as a tight end, and they'll shift Bodie Yale in the backfield from left to right. Now in motion, they're going to hand it off to Akbodiak, and he will go around the right side, look for a block. He's got 1 and 2, and he's across the 45 out near midfield. And a good gain on the first play of the ball game for Eastmont as they take it all the way out to the 49-yard line, gate of 18 yards.
Yeah, 2 great blocks on that play. Eric just sprung him and got that nice long run. Great job.
So Akbodiak or Akbodidy, there we go, Akbodidy. I got to get that right. Boy, I've been working on it all week long too, as a matter of fact. So first down for the Wildcats. They do a snap to the halfback, and that is fumbled and then covered by Zielinski. As they tried to snap it back, Javon Britton stepped in. The ball goes over his head. Got to remember that Eastmont is with their backup center after they lost their starting center back against Davis to a knee injury for the season. So a loss on the play with a fumble and then covered by Austin Zielinski to the 45-yard line. Second down, 14 from the right hash mark here for the Wildcats. Turn, handoff, and from a right to left position is Bodie Yale. He's trying to pick his way forward, but Wenatchee smells it out nicely. Defensively coming up for the Panthers up front on that tackle was Luke Flugie, and boy, he's a big fella in there here for the Panthers at 6'4", 260 pounds.
And he's still growing, Eric. He's just a kid.
He's just a kid. Out to the 47, so still going to be double the chains here. Third down, about 12 yards to go for the Wildcats. We'll see if they go to the air here early going. They have not had a lot of success through the air so far this season for Zielinski. He'll turn, they'll do a double handoff counter play, and then Wenatchee's there. They're going to sniff it out and stop it at the 50-yard line as Austin Zielinski will get the counter play out to, well, they're going to say he stopped at the Wenatchee side of midfield. We'll see now on a fourth down play and long if the Wildcats going to go for it. They will not. Dax Dixon will come out and put the football away. So victory both defensively and morally here for the Wenatchee Panthers.
Yeah, Wenatchee should be very proud of that. Gave up the one long 18-yard run, but stopped them for only 1 first down. So great job by the Wenatchee defense.
All right, now the Panthers bring in their return man, and a good pass from center to Dixon. He'll run to his right and then punt it away from the return man. It's going to go out of bounds on the far sideline. We'll see where that finally rests according to our officiating crew here tonight, and looks like it's going to be around the 13-yard line. And so 3 and outs.
Well, they're marking it up to the 25, Eric.
Are they? Okay.
Yep, they were pointing at each other, so about a 26-yard kick.
All right, so it'll be Wenatchee football for the first time here tonight with 9:38 to go in this first quarter of play, and watch for Wenatchee to maybe try some trickeration right away. And when they traveled to Lake City, a game they were supposed to play at home, it got smoked out. They had 2 long touchdown passes that were a double option where the quarterback threw out to the wide receiver, and then he threw downfield deep. They've got 4 receivers in the set here, does Ryan Branham for the Wenatchee Panthers. First down from the 25. He'll turn and do the handoff here left side. Good gain. He got away from one man. And out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line is the running back for the Panthers. We'll see who the ball carrier was. Michael Mojica is usually in the backfield for the Panthers. And it is, looks like 28 in the backfield here for Wenatchee. That is Pierce Davis. So it'll be second down and short, about 3 yards to go. They'll turn, hand it off again. And a dive play this time is spelled out nicely by the Eastmont defense. Wildcats are there. They're going to say maybe a yard on that carry out to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I think that is Michael Mojica.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be a third down coming up here for the Panthers. A couple of yards to go. Need to get to the 35 for a first down, and they're going to go with a sneak up the middle by Branham, and he got away from the defense and got all the way out towards midfield. Squirted out of there somehow, and Ryan Branham gets up pumping some fists as he got through the initial line of attack. Will take it out to the 49-yard line, gain of 16 yards.
Yeah, that just completely fooled the Eastmont defense. They actually tackled the up back, and he came through and got a nice run. Good job by the Wenatchee team. Get that, we talked in the open, just get that momentum going, get a quick first down, and see what they can do with it.
So the Panthers, after a struggle bus last week, of course, against the Moses Lake Mavericks, anybody's going to struggle against Moses Lake, trying to rebound from that 56-0 loss a week ago. Sent a man in motion. That's Walker from right to left. Then a handoff on a little delay up the middle, and got another good gain. And I'll tell you, that offensive line is leaning on the Eastmont defense, and a good gain there all the way to the 43 of Eastmont.
Yeah, Mr. Mojica had another nice run. So far, that offensive line is taking over with the defensive line for Eastmont.
Boy, and if you're the signal callers for the Panthers side of things, you love having second and short. Yep. Kind of opens up the playbook, and maybe go for a bomb here. Two receivers wide to either side here. Lone back is Mojica behind Ryan Branham, who's in the shotgun 3 yards deep on a second down, about 2 yards to go. And they do want to throw it. They'll throw it down over the middle. The ball is too high for the intended receiver. Falls incomplete downfield. And I heard an extra whistle. I was thinking maybe I saw there is a flag down. So we'll see maybe if it was a hold on the defender as the receiver sprinted out of the wide out position and streaked downfield.
Looked like there was some kind of a little grab beforehand, or even a little bit close to where the ball was almost caught.
The officials talking it over on the far side. Flag was down at the 41-yard line, so we'll see what the flag is. It's pass interference defense, they're going to say. And again, we need to remember that there is no uncatchable ball in high school football. If they're making contact with the receiver and the ball comes that way, the flag could certainly come flying. And pass interference against the defense is a 15-yard penalty. So the first penalty of the ball game comes against Eastmont, and that's been something that they have certainly had a bugaboo about in the past. And now we're going to get a flag from the near sideline, and we're going to get maybe some unsportsmanlike against the sideline for the Eastmont Wildcats.
Yeah, I think
a little frustration there.
Frustration by the head coach of Eastmont.
No, it's a sideline warning, so that's the first sideline warning they get. Apparently somebody was out on the field expressing themselves.
Well, the first one's a freebie, so now they've set the tone. Kirk set the tone for the sideline on the red sideline here.
So the penalty will take it all the way to the Eastmont 28-yard line. Wenatchee sniffing first points here of the 2025 Bridge of Sportsmanship. Branham sets the offense. They're going to turn, handoff again. Mojica, he's got big gain to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Wenatchee. And how about the Panthers coming out and making a statement here in the Bridge of Sportsmanship?
Outstanding run. He saw that goal line and he picked up the pace. Saw that green, he kept going. Great job by Mr. Mojica.
So a touchdown run of 28 yards, and right now the Eastmont sideline is in stunned silence with 6:56 to go here in the first quarter of play. How about that?
Yeah, even the coaches are down there kind of shrugging their shoulders and look at each other on the Eastmont sideline like, what just happened?
So they make 3 and out on defense, and then right down the field does the Panther offense go, and here's the extra point on the way, and it splits the uprights, and it's good. We won't take a break. What I'll do is I'll let the kids introduce themselves. First, it is the Eastmont offense to introduce themselves here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Shiflett, number 76, right offensive tackle, junior, and the Grant Elementary.
Nash Mosier, offensive guard, number 60, junior, Cascade Elementary.
Jacob Craig, 71, center, junior, Westwood Elementary. Rylan Walt, junior, number 56, left guard, Cascade Elementary.
Derek Plank, junior, number 55, offensive left tackle, State Elementary School.
Dax Derby Dixon, number 10, senior, tight end, the Cascade Elementary. Shout out Mrs. Mott.
I'm Colt Mosier, number 3, senior, wide receiver, Cascade Elementary.
Ethan Akpoyete, sophomore running back, number 26, Rock Island Elementary.
My name is Austin Zielinski. I'm a sophomore, number 27. I'm a running back, and I went to St. Joseph's Catholic Elementary School.
I'm Bodiel, number 2. I'm a senior, and I play running back, and I went to Washington Elementary.
Payne Zielinski, QB, number 1, junior, St. Joseph Private Catholic Elementary.
Colin McGinnis, safety and kicker, number 33, sophomore, and Grant University.
So it's Zielinski on the return here after the touchdown, and he's going to bounce it outside to the 25-30 and fight his way across the 35-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds and maybe pushed a little too late here by Wenatchee. And a couple of flags here in the early going, Paul Collard, and we hoped it wouldn't happen, but emotions fly high.
Emotions fly high, and sometimes that sideline's only 4 inches wide, and the defensive player can't. He's got the player all wrapped up, and he just wants to keep driving him down, but you can't do it outside the line.
So that'll be 15 yards added to the return, which already had it out to the 41-yard line. First penalty against the Panthers tonight. If you're just joining us, that score is correct. Wenatchee on top of Eastmont 7-0 on the 28-yard touchdown run.
It's always nice, Eric, when you're starting your first series on the opposite of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, definitely so, as Eastmont will see what they could do with this field position here, as they've got it at the positive 47 of Wenatchee. Man in motion, and they're going to hand it to dive play up the middle. Bodiel got a room inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. Little gulp there of yardage for Eastmont, and just what the Wildcats needed.
Yeah, but as you said earlier, Eric, 2nd and 2 is an awful nice thing to have on your side.
They'll put the ball at the 37-yard line. It's awfully close to a first down, isn't it?
Just inside
okay.
38 and a half about now.
All right. So Eastmont, man in motion, is Zielinski. You got Peyton as the quarterback, Austin as the running back. They just introduced themselves. Long count here for Peyton. He'll send Austin in motion again and then hand it off. And a dive play up the middle. I think this is Britton with the first carry for him of the ball game. Let's see if that's 26. I believe it is. And he'll get a first down to the Wenatchee 32-yard line.
It doesn't look like much, Eric, but all of a sudden it's 7 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards.
33-yard line, and that's good for an Eastmont.
So they'll put it at the 32-yard line is where they'll put it down. So a gain of 5 yards on that run as Eastmont flexes its rushing muscles as Akbadaidi will take it around the right side, looking for room, scampers up the sideline. Just a sophomore, by the way, is Akbadaidi, and he'll get good yardage.
Looks like about 8.
So they will put it down at the 23-yard line. Ball right hash mark here for Peyton Zielinski, junior quarterback for Eastmont. He hasn't had a lot of success throwing this year. He has needed to. And another first down carry on the ground here for Eastmont as they just push their way forward inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And another 7 yards.
Yeah, just like that. So Yale on the carry that time around for Eastmont, as the Wildcats are trying to counter a score by Wenatchee on the Panthers' first possession of the ballgame. By the way, that drive for Wenatchee, 75 yards on 5 plays. Of course, a big 15-yard penalty in there, too. Little throw out in the flat from Peyton to Austin. Austin gets a block and then is tumbled down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Coming up finally on the stop for the Panthers that time, it was Jordan Barb.
Jordan Barb with the Panther tackle.
I was just thinking to myself how fast this first quarter was going. No passes, and all of a sudden we had our very first one.
Kind of a long handoff, if you will, on a short pass out of the backfield there. And that was close to 10 yards on that gain. 9 yards on the little pass play from Zielinski to Zielinski. As Peyton will have Austin right with him there in the backfield. He'll send trips to the right this time. See if the Wildcats roll out to the right, or hold on, we got a flag first, and then we're going to get a dead ball with a procedure on the offense. A little motion. So those are the penalties, talking with Coach Jay Foster, that will drive him nuts. Are those dead ball penalties just mental mistakes on somebody moving before the snap? So they'll mark it 5 yards back. It'll be out to the 13-yard line, and that's where the Eastmont offense will set up here on a second down. Second down, about 6 yards to go, and Zielinski nearly lost the ball. This is kind of a broken play, and he's going to be tossed down for a loss on the play as the Panthers smell it out nicely, and now a flag comes in late. The tackle was made by Michael Mojica. We'll see what the penalty flag is. Did I see a penalty flag?
Yep, there's a penalty flag down. It came in late, so I don't know if it's a late hit or
maybe a face mask. It is against the defense.
Some kind of a personal foul.
That loss, by the way, was 7 yards back to the 20-yard line on a broken play that looked like Peyton tried to hand it to Austin, or at least fake the handoff to him, and they fumbled the ball in the process into the air, which is unusual. So a personal foul against the defense. Half the distance to the goal, and that'll take it down to the 10-yard line. So it was after the play was over. So another penalty against the Panthers here. 2 penalties and 25 yards against Wenatchee here in this first quarter, which is quickly winding down here. Man in motion from right to left. They'll throw it to Austin. There's Zielinski out of the backfield. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont from 10 yards out. The Zielinski brothers connect once again.
Beautiful play. Great blocking downfield. Zielinski to Zielinski is a winner tonight, Eric.
So here comes the extra points, all important extra points. I think this might be one of those types of games where every point counts. Looks like it is Javin Britton on the extra point here for the Wildcats. No, it's not. It's Brandon Vickery. There we go. Out of the hold of Dax Dixon. The extra point is on the way and good. So before we take a commercial break, let's hear from the starters on the other side of the ball, from the Wenatchee offense and the Eastmont defense here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Luke Flugie, number 72, offense and defensive line. I'm a senior and I went to Stony Slope Elementary.
My name is John Gutzweiler. I'm number 63. I play left guard and inside linebacker. I'm a senior and I went to St. Joseph's Elementary.
Hector Ruiz, number 77, offensive defensive line. I'm a senior and I went to Newberry Elementary.
Owen Irvin, number 81, tight end, defensive end. I'm a senior and I went to Grant Elementary School.
My name's Joseph Paniotu. I'm number 22. I play middle linebacker, and I'm a junior, and I went to Northwood Elementary.
Michael Mojica, number 20, outside linebacker, running back, senior, Stony Slope Elementary School.
I'm Matt Wilson. I'm number 11. I'm a junior in high school. I play outside linebacker, and I went to Stony Slope Elementary.
My name is Ezekiel Tapia. I'm number 14. I am a senior. I play cornerback, and I went to Washington Elementary School.
My name is Griffin Butler, number 4, play wide receiver and safety. I'm a junior, and I went to Washington Elementary.
I'm Tommy Matheson. I'm a junior. I'm a cornerback, number 5, and I went to the River Academy.
My name is Will Allworth. I play safety.
I'm number 3. I'm a junior, and I went to Sunny Slope Elementary.
Well, the drive for Eastmont, 10 plays, 47 yards, 2 minutes, 59 seconds off the clock. The touchdown pass from Z to Z, the two Zielinski brothers. And the ensuing kickoff is high, end over end, coming down to the return man at the 5, to the 10, 15, then trying to dance around to the 20. Got away from one man and then finally tackled down at the 21-yard line. Pretty decent scampering return that time for the Panthers. Stowe McGinnis or Josiah Walker? Okay.
15, Josiah Walker.
Boy, I'm having a heck of a time seeing those numbers, Paul. Thank you very much. So time winding down here in the first quarter. 3:39 to go as Wenatchee will get their second possession of the football game. So far 2 possessions and 1 touchdown for Eastmont. 1 possession, 1 touchdown for the Wenatchee Panthers.
And now let's see how Wenatchee turns around and comes back. Just got scored on. Momentum's changed a little. Let's see what Wenatchee can do with the ball.
First down at its own 20. They'll put the ball at the 22, looks like. So first down and 10 from there for Ryan Branham as Eastmont jumps offsides, and that'll be another 5 free yards. And it's been kind of a theme here in the early going with some hankies all over the place.
Another mental mistake. Those dead ball ones, you can't do those if you want to keep on winning. Those dead ball mistakes will hurt you.
3 penalties, 25 yards unofficially for Eastmont here in the game so far, as that penalty will put it out to the 27-yard line. That again opens up your playbook if you're Coach Taylor Mitchell for the Wenatchee Panthers, who does call the offense, by the way. Ball right hash mark. Eastmont did 4 5-man defensive fronts. Ryan Branham fakes the handoff. Now he doesn't have anybody open, so he tries to tuck it and run. And we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Good job of pursuit here by the Eastmont defense, and tackle up front made by Logan Schmutzler, who will call his name a lot.
Yeah, it looked like he had that little flanker out there, about a 7-yard pass, but decided to run with it. But down there on the field, those big guys look a little. It's a lot easier for us up here,
Yeah,
Eric,
exactly.
to call it than it is down there.
We're nice and safe in this booth.
Yeah, it's safe. We don't need shoulder. I don't need shoulder pads and helmet from you, do I?
No.
Okay, good.
Loss of a couple of yards for Branham on the little scamper there. So back to the 25 will be second down coming up for Wenatchee, and they'll snap it back to Branham, looking right, throwing right. The ball behind his intended receiver. Branham dumped on his can right after he got rid of the football. He had pressure right in his face, and it's an incomplete pass. And I think Wenatchee, you got to feel pretty good that that was incomplete, not turned over. Adrian Rodriguez with the pressure on Branham.
Yep. Now you got 3rd and long, so you're going to throw the ball, Eric. You're going to play safe and play field position coming up.
Well, Wenatchee ran the ball really well in their first possession of the ball game, but now they got 5 receivers, nobody in the backfield along with Ryan Branham. And a 3rd down and long, about 7 yards to go. Looking left, throwing left, the ball in behind the receiver and touched in the air, I think, by a defender. And a nice job by Eastmont getting back there on coverage. Looked like Mercado was back there on the coverage, knocked the ball away from the intended receiver, and it falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yep, on Branham's first pass, he got 17 yards, and he's 0 for 3 on the last 3.
So it will be the very dangerous Dax Dixon back to return the punt here for the Eastmont Wildcats. We'll see what the Wenatchee Panthers decide to do as far as their play on the punt, if they try to keep it away from Dax Dixon. Snap back is good. The kick away, a heck of a boot, line drive, and Dixon had to retreat all the way to his 22 on the return. Got a block to the 30, 35, up the far sideline he goes, and then he was trying to get back left, but is taken down at the 39-yard line. Pretty good field position again here for the Eastmont Wildcats.
Yeah, nice run back. And a beautiful punt. I don't know how many yards that was, but it was farther than most high school punters are going to go.
Well, let's see. They were at the 25-yard line, so that's 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. That was about a 50-yard punt.
Yep.
He drove him back.
About 10, 12-yard return, and starting on the 40. Still good field position for the Wildcats.
2:35 to go here in the first quarter of play, all tied up at 7-7. It's the Bridge of Sportsmanship for the Battle of the Bridges, if you will, as they turn and hand it off. And looks like this is Austin Zielinski gets around the corner. Boy, he's so patient as he picks his way up the Eastmont sideline before he's tackled out of bounds finally at the 50-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a first down on the 11-yard carry.
He read his blocks. He could have popped inside, but he went outside, got 10 yards, and it just keeps amazing me. These little plays that should go 3-4 yards, all of a sudden they're 7, 8, 9, that case 10-yard play.
And the big fella, Luke Fluge, finally tracks him down 10 yards down the field. So good job for Luke there. Wide receiver wide to the far side right on the Wenatchee side for Eastmont as Bodie Yale goes in motion. And again, a little fumble on the snap. And boy, I'll tell you, even with all of that, there was an opportunity there for big yardage for Akbodite, but he was tripped up as he got to the line of scrimmage. He still will gain down to the Wenatchee 45-yard line, get it 5 yards.
Loss of 35, second and 5, Wildcats.
So Akbodite is a busy man here as he's one of the 3 top rushers in the Big Nine coming into the game here tonight. He'll go in motion from left to right and then set up back left. And they will switch guy, that's Vickery, excuse me. It's Britton in the backfield, and they will hand it to Akbodite, and Akbodite will pick his way. Boy, just very patient, waiting for the sea of red to part in front of him, and then he'll take it all the way to the 41-yard line, gain of 4 yards.
And another play that didn't look like it was going to go anyplace, and all of a sudden 4 yards on 2 carries, 9 yards, 3rd and 1. Great position.
And that's so important for the offense for the Eastmont Wildcats to have these running backs not run past their blockers and put themselves in peril. So the Wildcats will send James Meyer wide to the left here on a 3rd down and short. I'm sure probably 4 down territory. Handoff, dive play up the middle, 1st down and more. Still turning his legs is Bodie Yale. He'll take it to the 33-yard line and a 1st down.
As you said, Eric, he just kept churning those legs, churning. Good things happen. And on that previous play, like you mentioned, the linemen love it when they know a back's going to wait for him. Being an old lineman, you love to have that back wait for you to get your block, and you can almost feel him going next to you.
So 1st down and 10 from the 33-yard line as time winds down here. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. All tied at 7, but hold on. We have a timeout taken by Wenatchee. That's interesting. So we have a timeout on the field. Let's take a quick 30-second break and give some love to our sponsors as we have 24 seconds left in the quarter, all tied up at 7-7. Eastmont, Wenatchee, back with more right after this.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Our broadcast of Big Nine football tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. They're on the web at alpineair.net. So, timeout taken by Wenatchee. Apparently didn't like what Taylor Mitchell didn't like what he saw out there. And so it'll be 1st down and 10, probably the last play, barring a penalty for Eastmont here in the quarter. Zielinski sets the offense, has 2 receivers wide left, and he wants to throw it, throws it right, and the ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Did it get intercepted? I think it did. Wenatchee saying they've got the ball. The officials are coming in. They're going to talk it over, so hold on. No official signal as of yet. Wenatchee trying to be 11 helpers out there for the officiating crew. No, incomplete pass. And a good job by the officials to come together and say, okay, what did you see?
Yep, great job. Took it slow, and I believe up here at the booth they got it right. That's the important part.
So it'll be 2nd down coming up as the clock stops on the incomplete pass from the 33. The clock stops with the incomplete pass at 20 seconds left in the quarter. As Zielinski again will set the offense, probably go back to the ground here. They will as they run it from right to left. It's Austin Zielinski. He'll have a few yards inside the 30 as he'll stay inbounds as the tackle was made coming over for Wenatchee. On the stop was Chase Ballou. And I believe that'll be our last play of the quarter. It will. So we will switch sides. And after one, we're all tied here in the Bridge of Sportsmanship for 2025 at 7-7. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. Quarter number 2 on the way here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium as we're through one quarter of play in the annual Bridge of Sportsmanship between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. Wenatchee scored first. Eastmont countered, and that's where we are as we start the second quarter of play along with Paul Collard. I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCWLIFE Channel. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Wildcats. Man in motion is Yale. They're going to throw it to him out of the flat, but the ball is incomplete as Peyton Zielinski got a little excited there and threw the ball a little bit too far in front of his receiver.
And the Panthers ought to feel great about going to the second quarter tied 7-7. That's just a huge mental thing for them just to be tied going into the second quarter. Outstanding job.
So Eastmont looks like they're going to go for it on a 4th down coming up. Into the game comes Max Amon. He will split out to the short side of the field left here on this 4th and 5. 7-7 ball game just underway, second quarter here at Wildcat Stadium. Zielinski back to pass, has pressure, now rolling, now scrambling, now throwing. The ball almost intercepted as undercutting the ball and drifting from his defensive line position was Leander Crutcher. John Gutzweiler. John Gutzweiler stepped in and knocked that ball down, almost picked it off, and Eastmont got to feel pretty lucky that, it goes over on downs.
Goes over on downs, but quarterback was running for his life right there and had no real place to go, so he threw it where it was safe.
So yet to have a turnover in this ball game. We've had a couple of close calls. 11:54 in the second as Wenatchee gets the football back, and Ryan Branham sets the offense. Shifts a man from left to right, turn, handoff. It's Mahuika as he'll take it across the 25 and out near the 30-yard line. Pretty good pursuit over there by the Eastmont defense.
Looks like about a gain of 3 maybe, Eric.
They'll put him at the 31. So it'll be second down from there here for the Panthers as they started this drive at their own 28-yard line as they took it over on downs. Wenatchee's got to feel really good about their defense so far in this game.
Yep, they've done an outstanding job. The defense has to be just excited about where they are right now.
2 receivers wide left, man in motion from left to right here for the Panthers is Liam Stuber. And they're going to go a handoff again right side and big yardage across midfield. It's Mahuika, and he's got it all the way into Eastmont territory. But do we have a flag down? No, I don't see a flag. They're going to put it down at the 40-yard line. How about that? Just right up the gut here for the Panthers.
My math's right. Looked like a 32-yard gain.
Oh, it's at the 40. They were at the 31. That's 29 yards. Not too bad there. Paul Collard and your Quincy man.
Not as good as Cedro Woolley.
Oh, God. Don't get me started on that. So 1st down and 10 here for the Panthers. as they have found a recipe for success so far. Butler splits out wide to the right to the short side, and Walker is wide left. Branham gets a high snap, turn, hands off to Kate, and Kate is tumbled down in the backfield. They're going to throw a flag on the play, and maybe getting a handful of face masks was the defender that time, Tyson Gonzalez. Our referee may drop the flag down, so we'll check the penalty. Personal foul against the defense. So a nice play on the loss back to the 44-yard line.
But again, as we talked, Eric, those major penalties, something Eastmont needs to not do so much of anymore.
Yeah, that's going to be 15 yards and a first down, and that will help out the Wenatchee Panthers. Fourth penalty of the night here unofficially for Eastmont. And that 15 yards will make it 4 penalties, 40 yards already here early second quarter against the Wildcats.
And Wenatchee's finding a hole on that right side to get that ball carrier down there, get to that first line, and they got a place to pop through.
Ball's at the 29, motion man, and Branham handoff again. It's Kate. Kate will get maybe a yard or two before he's stacked up. And this time making the stop again was Tyson Gonzalez, help from Connor Schwab up the middle. So the gain is, what, just a yard to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Second down from there here for the Wildcats. Coming up at halftime, they've got their Hall of Fame ceremony with new inductees, both individuals and teams coming up here for Eastmont High School. They also have a junior cheer squad that's going to perform, so we'll train the cameras on that as well. Long count here for Ryan Branham as he looks over a possible stunt here by the defense, and now a flag comes down or a whistle sounds. He was taking a long time. I don't know if they got the playoff in time, and it will be false start on the offense. If you're a quarterback and you're trying to hold your offensive lineman that long, they're going to move.
Yeah,
you're not helping your line out.
You can't expect those big guys to hold that stance when they're breathing heavy and they want to pop somebody. And I was looking at the clock in the end zone when it got to about 3 and 2, and all of a sudden they're rocking, they're ready to go.
So after the penalty, it'll be second down for Wenatchee from the 33-yard line. Second down and long here for Wenatchee, about 14, 15 yards here before they can get a first down. Snap back to Branham, looks right, throws right. The ball is incomplete as it was intended out in the flat there for Liam Stuber. But Branham, he didn't have to throw it that quickly. He didn't have anybody in his face, but just got a little excited.
Yep.
So third down at 15 coming up from the 33 of Eastmont. Wenatchee does have a good kicker, so we'll see if they choose to try to go with 3 points here if they're not able to gain this first down. The clock stops on the incomplete pass with 9:53 to go here in the first half. All tied at 7. Good Bridge of Sportsmanship so far here from Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium. Micah Nell will split wide left, but hold on, we got another flag down or a timeout. It is a timeout taken by Wenatchee. So second timeout to the first half taken by the Panthers. We will take a 30-second break and come back as well. All tied at 7. Eastmont, Wenatchee, Panthers, Wildcats. Back with more after this.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
Our broadcast of the Bridge of Sportsmanship tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese, and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. Well, Wenatchee takes a timeout as Coach Taylor Mitchell wanted to talk it over with his offense. Seemed a little out of sorts once they got across midfield here. as they'll send Walker in motion from left to right. Branham back, looks right, has time, now throws deep downfield, has a man open, he collects it, and it's in for a touchdown, Wenatchee. How about that?
Beautiful spiral ball, waited for the receiver to pop open. Beautiful 33-yard gain for a touchdown.
And coming up with the touchdown grab was Griffin Butler. So whatever they took the time out to talk about on the sideline over there, it's good for a 33-yard touchdown pass. And just like that, Wenatchee retakes the lead. On for the extra point is Anthony Garcia. I was talking about his leg earlier. That's a low snap. Good job by the holder to get it down. And the kick away, and it is good. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with 9:46 to go here in the first half. Wenatchee 14, Eastmont 7. We're back after this.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Well, an impressive drive by the Wenatchee Panthers, helped out by a couple of penalties against the Eastmont defense. 6 plays, 72 yards, 2 minutes, 8 seconds off the clock. 33-yard touchdown pass. And hold on, we've got whistle came just as they were approaching the football. I don't see a flag anywhere. Do you see a flag?
I think the officials just weren't set. The kicker got a little anxious, I think.
All right. He didn't. I didn't hear whistle.
Nope.
As they were getting ready to kick it off. And you know what that comes from? That comes from our pregame discussion with the officiating crew here tonight to ask that we get a full 60 seconds after a score. So thank you to our referee tonight, Roy Hulse. Umpire is Zach Kirshner. Kirk Lyons is the line judge. Josh DeLay is the head linesman, and Al Creek is the back judge. Chelan County Officials Association, thank you.
And so far they've been doing a nice job tonight.
So Branham on the pass completion, 33 yards, and now an onside kick, and it is covered nicely by the up man here for the Eastmont Wildcats. Is covering it was Max Aumann, who was right there ready for it. Well, I knew there was going to be a little tricky plays tonight, and there's our first one.
Yep, you always got to be prepared for those, especially in a game like this. Rivalry game, anything can happen. So good job for the Eastmont team, their special teams coordinator, to remind them, I'm guessing, that be ready for anything. And once again, Eastmont has good field position.
And the Wildcats going to come right out and try to get going here. Maybe a little hurry up as they got a 5-man defensive front in front of them. And Zielinski sends a man in motion. They're going to turn, handoff on a dive play left side. Not much there. Maybe to the 49-yard line would be 3 yards. As defensively coming up with a stop here for the Panthers was Zachary Paniatu. Got 3 of the Paniatu brothers, by the way, playing for the Wenatchee Panthers. It will be a second down coming up from the 49. Did you catch who was on that carry that last time?
Bodiel.
It was Bodiel.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much. Ball at the 49 of Eastmont. They'll turn, hand it off left side, trying to get around the corner as Austin Zielinski slips through one man and then somehow finds his way up the sideline, balancing his way ahead to the Wenatchee 45-yard line. How about that run? It looked like, again, there was nothing there.
Nothing there, and all of a sudden he tight ropes that sideline, gets another 2 or 3 yards. Looks like he had about a 5-yard gain again?
Well, they will say he stepped out of bounds at the 47 of Eastmont. So that's a 4-yard gain from the Eastmont 49. Brings up a 3rd down here for the Wildcats, about 3 yards to go. And again, a dive play left is Bodie Yale. Bodie Yale keeps it chugging inside the 35 to the 33-yard line, and a 1st down. And give credit to that big offensive line in front of him. They just blew that hole and just kept on pushing.
Everybody kept pushing. That's what happens when you're in the weight room all summer long. You're going to camps all summer. You're getting that coordination, and that just, they wanted it. They wanted that 1st down.
Yeah, and they only needed 3 and end up getting, 14 yards on the play. Here's a handoff to Bodie Yale again, and the workhorse wearing number 2 will take it inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
And once again, something that looks like absolutely nothing, and 5 or 6 yard gain. So anytime you can go 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, you're doing great.
Colt Mosier checks into the ball game, and he will split out wide to the left here. See if the Wildcats get the Panthers thinking run and then maybe try to go atop. They will hand it off again. The ball again is dropped on the turf, and this time it's picked up by Wenatchee. Again, the ball handling between Zielinski and his running backs has not been the crispest here tonight. And coming up with the fumble recovery is Will Allworth.
Great job. That defense just looking for the ball. As you said, a little, maybe I'm just going to call it sloppy, getting between the running back, and sometimes that ball even gets to the quarterback. A little bit different center now. Combination of everything, and plus it's your rivalry game, Eric. So still maybe a little bit of jitters out there.
Well, and we kind of say that and jokingly say, well, you can throw the records out the window when you get these 2 teams together, but that is definitely the case here tonight. And it's not like Wenatchee has been awful this season. They come in 2-2 on the season so far. Eastmont's 2-1 on the season. And Wenatchee gets the football back. So here come the Panthers. They'll turn, handoff, and this time a lot of leakage up front by the defensive line that got through, and Mojica is going to lose some ground, but also we've got a penalty flag thrown with some extracurricular little pushing and shoving going on between Wenatchee's Griffin Butler and Eastmont's Kamani Owen. We'll see who is the, guilty party of a flag here. I think it might come against the Eastmont defense, and that's too bad. They just made a great stop defensively.
Yeah, just depends what part the official saw, if they do a one on each side or if somebody saw something a little bit more down there.
The loss, by the way, was back to the 29-yard line as this possession started at the 30. But we're checking the penalty. And they are going to just offset the penalties, the 2 getting after one another. But also, we should say that counts towards later ejection, correct? Two 15-yard penalties on the 2 players?
For the unsportsmanlikes, not for the personal fouls.
Okay.
Yep, unsportsmanlikes do.
So there will be no movement of the football on the penalty flag. So it'll be 2nd down coming up from the 29-yard line here for the Panthers after Eastmont pinned their ears back on that defensive play. And again, up front defensively, Gonzalez. And now we're getting pressure on Ryan Branham. They're going to take him down for a loss on the play back at the 21-yard line. Eastmont flexing it up front this time, coming up with a sack. It's Adrian Rodriguez. And Ryan Branham just had no time.
No time, no place to go.
And so that'll be back to the 22-yard line. A loss of 7 yards on that sack. I think that's our first official sack of the night of Ryan Branham. They've had a couple of tackles for loss, and now 3rd and forever here for the Panthers as they get a turnover, but having a hard time moving the ball offensively. Branham sets up in the shotgun. He rolls to his left, now throws back right. The ball is caught over there across the 25, and then out near the 30-yard line. Not much to do as Eastmont smelled it out nicely defensively. The ball caught by Griffin Butler, who had that touchdown grab earlier tonight. That's going to be a short gain. They're going to put it down at the 29-yard line. Gain of 7 yards, going to bring up 4th down.
Yep, good job. Be safe. Throw something out in the flat. Don't do anything dumb with the ball. And if Wenatchee's defense keeps playing good, might be just a good field position change here too.
So Dax Dixon, a high snap to the punter. He's able to collect it and then punt it ahead. Dax Dixon dropped the ball and now has a man right in his face, shugs him off, and then still on his feet across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And That could have been dangerous for Wenatchee on the punt. It was low and a line drive after a high snap from center. And Dax Dixon will take it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Wenatchee could have dodged a bullet on that one, Eric, because he got that ball as momentum was going, misplayed it, bounced around, so we lost this momentum. That could have been an extra 5 or 10 yards.
Again, if you're just joining us, your scoreboard is correct. Wenatchee is leading the Bridge of Sportsmanship 14-7, trying to win it for the first time since 2017. First down here for Eastmont as they'll try to counter. Snap back to Zielinski. Counter play to Austin. He's got one man to beat. He's able to get out of that tackle across midfield and into Wenatchee territory to the about 44-yard line.
And as we said, Eric, it looks like a 2 or 3 yard gain, and all of a sudden it's 17 yards.
So down to the 44 of Wenatchee. Eastmont quickly shuttling bodies on and off the field as the Wildcats want to try to keep this momentum going here on the offensive side of the ball. Britton is the slot man to the right here. It looks like Bodie Yale in the backfield along with Zielinski, and they're going to turn and hand it off, and this is Zach Bodiak, and he is caught in the backfield, trying to get away from him, but no, Wenatchee comes up and does a great job of pursuit. Again, Flugie, guess who, also helping out on the stop that time for the Panther defense was Owen Irvin, lost back to the 45-yard line.
Yep, great job by the Wenatchee defense. They all held their lanes. They kept everybody supposed to be, kept that pursuit going, and all of a sudden you got a 2-yard loss to a very good running back.
So Akbadaidi held for a loss of 1 on that particular run. It'll be second down 11 back from the 45-yard line, ball right hash mark. Man in motion is Zielinski, and they'll turn and hand it off to Bodie Yale right up the middle. And he gets away from everybody. Nobody saw him. He's going to squirt all the way for the touchdown. How did that happen? Wenatchee looked like they had him stopped, but nobody grabbed a hold of him, and he'll take it in for 45 yards and the touchdown. And we talked about big plays before the game.
Big plays before the game, and you said exactly correct, Eric. Nobody just wrapped him up and took him down. A lot of contact, but he just kept those legs churning, and all of a sudden you got a 43-yard touchdown, 1 point away from being tied once again.
Yale just somehow disappeared. It was kind of like a magic trick for the Wildcats as he just disappeared in a wall of bodies, and then suddenly here comes number 2 out the other side. The extra point on the way, and it is good. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with 4:05 to go here in the first half. It's all tied 14-14 here in the Bridge of Sportsmanship on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
So after the punt, Eastmont gets the football and wastes no time. 3 plays, 58 yards, a minute 15 off the clock. And, of course, the big run, 45 yards from Bodie Yale. And the extra point ties the game at 14 all here with 4:05 to go in the first half. Exciting first half of football here for the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Along with Paul Collard, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel as Finley Potter has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He will approach, and the end-over-end kickoff is going away from the return man. Will skip into the front corner of the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And so Wenatchee will have the football. Paul, what do you think of the new kickoff rule in professional football, NFL?
I'm more of a purist, Eric. I like the guys hitting each other and doing the stuff down the field, and it just looks funny to have that kicker back there with the referee and nobody around him, and you don't kick the ball past this yard line, there's a penalty.
And oh, by the way, you got to tell us if you're going to do an onside kick.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you on that one. First down and 10 here from the 20 as the Wildcats come out on defense after a quick 3-play drive and score by Bodiale from 45 yards out. So now will Ryan Branham have an answer here for the Wenatchee Panthers at their own 20-yard line. They'll turn, handoff. There's a big hole on the left side, and then Eastmont cuts him off. The ball carrier will get across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. I think Mojica again on the carry for Wenatchee. And they've had success running the football here tonight, Paul.
Yep, they've done a very, very good job. And even that one, Eric, looked like 2 or 3 yards. All of a sudden, it's 6 yards. Just amazing.
Second down for the Panthers here. Wenatchee's already used 2 of their timeouts, so if they want to do a drive here before the end of the half, they're going to have to be efficient with the football. Now, part of that, the play clock winds down because Ryan Branham has to go over all the way to the sideline, get the play, and then run back onto the field. He didn't get back to the huddle until 16 seconds on the play clock. Yes. So Branham now takes the snap, handoff Mojica again. He will get a dive play across out near the 30. Should have enough for a first down. We've got a little extracurricular tossing and throwing and body slams going on, but no flag coming down this time around. And it will be a first down after the gain to the 30-yard line.
And Wenatchee should feel proud of themselves doing all this yardage on the ground, not even in the air, just all that yardage on the ground, just keep pounding. And I'm guessing that Eastmont might even be a little bit shell-shocked yet about how they're doing this.
I think so, absolutely, because Eastmont has, they've said their defense is where they stand and their offense is where they run. So let's see what the Wildcat defense does here. And Branham fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looking downfield. He's got room to run if he wants. The ball thrown, and it is complete and inbounds. Coming up with the ball is Butler. Is that only his second completion of the night?
It's his third completion now.
Okay, all right. Out to the 43-yard line is where it sits. So a 13-yard gain there for Branham, and they get out of bounds to stop the clock.
And Brandon went 0 for 5. Now he's made his last 3 passes, 33 yards, 4 yards, and 13. So he's warming up.
Brandon will set it up here. He's got a back to his left. I believe that's Mojica back there. Motion man from right to left is Walker. They'll hand it off and dive play. And it looked like maybe that wasn't such a clean handoff, as Eastmont got pressured defensively and takes him down. And that'll be a loss back to the 41-yard line on the carry by Mojica.
Yeah, one of the few times there just hasn't been any place to go. The defensive lineman did a great job plugging the holes.
Up front defensively, we had the boys introduce themselves earlier tonight. Tyson Gonzalez is number 90, Connor Schwab, number 99. They've done a fantastic job up front all season long here so far. Logan Schmutzler is number 8. Watch him all over the field. Adrian Rodriguez has had a good game tonight as well. He's number 6 out there for the Eastmont Wildcats. So it'll be second down and long. Motion man. They'll turn, throw it to him. We got a flag down first, so this play is probably coming back. Meanwhile, a tackle made at the 45 on the Eastmont sideline on the ball carrier, who is Stowe McGinnis. But I think this one's coming back all the way. There may have been a block before the pass, Paul. A block by the wide receiver.
I'm just wondering everybody was even set because they had man in motion.
Yeah.
And then we had the wing back on the other side start popping through. So we'll see.
Here's our official. Going to say motion against the offense. So good call there, Mr. Official.
I never heard that much, Eric. In 28 years, I never heard good calls. So I better be up in the booth more often.
How many years were you mostly at White Hat being the head referee?
About the last 10 or 12 years, but I did a lot of umpiring too. Back when the umpire was back where he's supposed to be, behind the defensive linebackers.
Well, now hold on. They're marking the ball from where? So they're going to say procedure against the offense is declined. Okay, so no penalty. So I'll take that off of my ledger.
Yep, they're going to
just say.
They're going to take the result of the play.
Okay.
45-yard line.
And that means 4th down, right? Oh, 3rd down. Excuse me.
Should be 3rd.
So 3rd down, and hold on, timeout. The officials are calling for a timeout.
The clock started running, I think.
Okay, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Eastmont because the Wildcats want to preserve some clock and get an opportunity here for more points before the end of the half. Our broadcast here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. They're committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles but also other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Also by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net, open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Along with Paul Collard, Eric Granstrom with you. See what's happening around the league tonight. We've got a network of texters, of guys that are calling games on radio around north central Washington. Let's see.
Cashmere's up over Royal City 8-0 at halftime, Eric.
How about that? How about that? Chelan is leading Okanagan 14-6. That's a little bit of a surprise. That's all the scoring we have so far tonight. Also on our network of folks, Brewster and Omak. They didn't kick off till 7:30, so don't expect many scores from that one as of yet. As after the timeouts, Wenatchee will have it 3rd down and long from their own 45-yard line. Branham looks at a man cheating up, and they're going to come on the blitz. Branham's going to keep it. He's going to get the 1st down and more, but he lost the football. And wisely there to cover it and jump on top of it is Stowe McGinnis, saving the day for the Panthers. That was dangerous. It will be a 1st down after the recovery at the 44-yard line of Eastmont. So all of that turns out to be a 9-yard gain.
9-yard gain, and very good. Stowe McGinnis was there and paying attention, not just worried about the block, paying attention.
Well, that was a good call, too, by Ryan Branham as he saw the linebacker come cheating up and coming on the blitz, and so he just went where he left and got the 1st down. Branham has pressure here, and he's going to be taken down for a loss on the play with a sack. Connor Schwab wrapped him up with the 6-foot, 220-pound arms he has and drops him for a loss back to the 50-yard line, and a timeout going to be taken here, I believe, by Eastmont. 2nd sack of the night in the game by the Eastmont defense as we get the timeout taken on the field with 53.1 seconds left in the half?
Yes, it is. 53.1.
Okay.
And Coach Mitchell's not really happy with his offensive lineman right now. I don't think he's inviting him over for Christmas dinner right now. I think he might be talking to him about some blocking techniques that didn't happen on that last play.
Well, back in the day in college, this happened to me in college playing football, there was a backup quarterback who was not kind to his offensive line, which rarely happens. I will say that. As an offensive lineman, that rarely happens. But he was not kind, and there was an occasion, I didn't do it, there was an occasion where in the huddle, the offensive linemen turned to each other. This is after yet another berating by this quarterback who thought he was all that in a bag of chips. And we just said to each other, "Ole."
The bullfighters.
The bullfighters. And there was a right tackle that did an Ole block on the left defensive end. And that quarterback got a face full of face mask. So after the timeout here, 2nd timeout taken by Eastmont, Panthers will have it 2nd down from the 50-yard line. Eastmont defense up front, 4-man front. They'll turn, hand it off, and getting a handful of almost a helmet was a defender up the middle, and I think, again, it was Connor Schwab right there. Short gain on the play. In fact, maybe a half a yard is all. Brings up 3rd down. Tried to get a little delayed handoff to Mojica, and not much happening there for the Panthers. See if they continue to be a little conservative here on a 3rd down Calling it about 15 yards to go. Branham looking over to the far sideline for his coaching staff to tell him when to snap the ball. He's got 12 seconds on the play clock.
And they're burning a lot of time. It was at 40 seconds to start with. Now we're down to 15.
Well, and Eastmont's finally going to take a timeout here. Oh, was it Wenatchee taking the timeout? Okay. So Wenatchee timeout, that's their final here in the first half. Again, coming up at halftime, we've got junior cheer camp that happened with Eastmont today. In fact, I see all the little ones gathered in the end zone on the north end here. So they'll come out, and we'll show that here on the NCWLIFE Channel. And then they've got the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So we have a 20-minute halftime, which I think at Eastmont they should give you a little bit longer with a halftime anyway, Paul, because the locker room is half a mile away, it seems.
Yep. I totally agree. And every year those guys in the striped shirts guys and gals get older, so that extra few minutes to walking time is okay.
Speaking of getting older, I want to give a shout out to one of our friends who has officiated for a long time. I think it's actually 50 years of officiating football. Jerry Anderson. I understand this is Jerry's last year. He's splitting time between helping out with the Chelan County Association and going over and watching his grandson play at G Prep. So hello to our friend Jerry, and always wish you well, my friend.
Yep, great guy, great official, and amazing. Give him 50 years of your time so somebody else's kids can play a game that we love.
Right, and I love his stamp he's got on the bottom of his emails. Without officials, it's just recess.
Amen.
So Branham in the shotgun rolls to his right after the Wenatchee timeout. He gets a block, but now has trouble. We got a flag down, so this is coming back no matter what Branham does up the far sideline, as he will tiptoe his way into Eastmont territory. But chop block going to be called against Mahuika, who shows his disdain towards the call, but I think that was a good call. So tell us about that chop block. So you've got somebody who was on the line of scrimmage coming back to put pressure on the quarterback, and then you've got a stand-up running back, in this case, who goes down to hit him below the knees. Is that kind of the
the first block has to be at the thigh or above, and the second block has to be the knee and below, and which makes total sense because you got that, you're in your stance and you're blocking, all of a sudden you feel something up above. Well, you can deal with that, but now all of a sudden you get cut down below, and that's where injuries happen. And every one of the rules, when they get changed, is to avoid injuries, especially in the Federation rulebook, which is what the high school goes by. It's all about injury prevention.
So that is just a 10-yard penalty, by the way. At least that's how it was marked off here.
Yep, 10-yard.
As it's back to the 40-yard line, just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be third down over again here for the Panthers. So Eastmont just letting Wenatchee kind of shoot themselves in the foot here. Might get better field position. But we're not going to get any of that because the first half will come to an end. So that's how it will end, and what a first half it was with Wenatchee. And Eastmont tied at 14 here at the Bridge of Sportsmanship. We'll come back with more from halftime here at Wildcat Stadium after this 2-minute timeout. Thanks for watching us on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You find
find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
School's back, but this is the kind of math we like. Over 100 slices of pepperoni, one giant Abby's pizza feeds up to 6 hungry people. That's A+ value, toppings to the edge. That's been the Abby's way since forever. Now go do your homework. When someone says, bring home the bacon, we know what they mean. They want Abby's legendary Bacon Cheddar Pizza, loaded with country bacon and packed with Canadian bacon. On sale now at abbys.com. This month, bring home the bacon at family-owned Abby's.
Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium. It's the Bridge of Sportsmanship. We're at halftime, all tied up at 14-all, and the future cheerleaders for Eastmont were here working with the older girls all day long today, and boys, I should say, and we've got a little performance here at halftime at Wildcat Stadium.
Give a big hand to the Eastmont Kitty Camp. 100 kids participating in the future Eastmont High School cheerleaders.
Well, there you go. A little performance here at halftime of our Bridge of Sportsmanship for the junior cheerleaders. I think they are done. Great job by the little ones of all ages. We're going to take another timeout and come back. We'll get a recap of the first half. We'll also get you halftime stats as we continue here live at Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium. Again, our score at halftime is 14-14 in the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Back with more right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School Wildcat Stadium. They've got the presentation of the Hall of Fame right now. Matt Prazer being recognized as a wrestler in the class of 1997. Congratulations to Matt, a 4-year letter winner and 1997 state champion at 215 pounds. Also a 2-time regional champion. So Matt Prazer is inducted into the Eastmont Hall of Fame. Adding to that here tonight is Corey Van Lith for basketball and baseball in the class of 92. Van Lith, a dual sport standout, earning multiple varsity letters in basketball and baseball. In basketball, he was a first-team All-State selection, league and district champion, and scored over 1,000 career points. He was named North Central Washington Male Athlete of the Year in 1992. In baseball, Corey was a 3-time first-team all-conference infielder and recognized nationally as a top 20 prep shortstop. After graduation, he played basketball at the University of Puget Sound, where he continued his success. Corey Van Lith added to the Hall of Fame here from the class of 1992. Also being inducted tonight, Donnie Summers in football, basketball, and baseball for the class of 1997. Donnie earned 8 varsity letters and was named the 1997 Eastmont Athlete of the Year. In football, he was a first-team All-League wide receiver, all North Central Washington selection, and set multiple school records, including career receiving yards and touchdowns. In basketball, he was a team captain, MVP, and All-League his senior year. On the baseball field, he was a first-team All-League outfielder and part of Eastmont's 35 hit club. His all-around excellence made him one of Eastmont's most versatile athletes. So congratulations to Donnie Summers, added to the Hall of Fame here for football, basketball, and baseball. A couple of team designations here, as they will get to that here shortly, as you see Donnie Summers on your screen right now. Or is this Jake Ulrich? Might be Jake Ulrich who's out there right now. From the class of 2017, one of Eastmont's most decorated track athletes, a 4-year letterman. He set school records in the 400 meters, the 4x400 relay. Jake, an 8-time district champion, 5-time state finalist, and named Eastmont Athlete of the Year back in 2017. So how about that for Jake Ulrich?
Our next 2000 inductee,
As
the girls bowling team.
Don't know how many of the ladies here. Oh, we got quite a few of the bowlers. So this is the girls bowling team for 2017. They won the state championship. In fact, if you go back into that era, 2017, 2018, 2019, we had back-to-back state champions in bowling, girls bowling, from right here in the Wenatchee Valley. It was either Wenatchee or it was Eastmont. And getting inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight is that class and that team from 2017. Emma Montoya, Riley Cox, Alicia Hastings, Becca Maines, Sam Hines, Jace Gleason, Cheyenne Greening, Alicia Hastings, Sarah Brown, and head coach Jeremy Enders, who still has his foot involved on the lanes as the head coach at Wenatchee High School. So congratulations to the 2017 girls bowling team. Also, by the way, not to be outdone, how about the 2018 girls bowling team? State champions as well in 2018. That team consisted also of Emma Montoya, Riley Cox, Alicia Hastings, Becca Maines, Kylie Bauer, Sam Hines, Alicia Hastings, Sky Wilson, and head coach Christy Bingy. So there you go, the inductions into the Eastmont Hall of Fame here tonight at halftime here at the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Again, our score all tied up at 14-all. We'll come back after a 2-minute timeout and tell you about how that happened as we continue next here live on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
All tied up at 14-all here in the Bridge of Sportsmanship on the NCWLIFE Channel, along with Paul Collard, Eric Granstrom with you. The game started with Eastmont getting the opening kickoff, and they would go 3 and out. You know, it's that tone setting, and we talked about that, about how Wenatchee would like to get off to a good start here tonight, and boy, howdy did they.
Yep, Wenatchee got off to a great start. And I think that momentum kept going and going and going. And, you know, right now, 14-14 at the half. Man, just a great game by both teams. And, you know, I think we're both a little surprised at the score.
After a 3 and out by Eastmont, Wenatchee would get the football with 9:38 to go in the first quarter and would take it right down the field. And Michael Mojica take it in from 28 yards out. A 5-play, 75-yard drive, 2 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock, and 7-0. Wenatchee surprising everybody here, taking the early lead. Eastmont would get the football back, though, and would drive it right down the field on a 10-play drive. Going for, 53 yards, or make that 47 yards. They got great field position on the kickoff. And it would be Peyton Zielinski finding Austin Zielinski on a little throw out in the backfield, or out of the flats in the left side. And Zielinski would dance in for the touchdown. Extra point tied it up at 7-7 with 3:47 to go in the first quarter of play. 3 and out for Wenatchee this time would give Eastmont the ball back at its own 39-yard line. But the Wildcats would go for it on a 4th down play at the 28, would turn it over on downs, and that's where Wenatchee would take it at its own 28-yard line. And how about this drive by the Panthers? 6 plays and 72 yards, 2 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock. And Ryan Branham would hit Butler on a touchdown pass from 33 yards out. Extra points gave Wenatchee the lead back at 14-7 with 9:46 to go in that first half of play. It looked like Wenatchee might be able to even add on to that after a fumble. And recovery by Allworth gave the Panthers the ball at the 30-yard line, but give credit to the Eastmont defense. They stood up tall and stopped Wenatchee right where they were, forced a punt, and that's where the Wildcats would get the ball back. Good field position again. That's been kind of a theme here in this first half of play as well. A first down at their own 42-yard line. Wouldn't take long, just 3 plays and 58 yards. The big run, Bodiel with 45-yard scamper as he just kind of disappeared and then reappeared on the other side of everything and took it in for the touchdown. The extra point tied it up at 14, and that's where we would be here at the half. We'll take another break and come back and get you first half stats, get you ready for the second half as well. It's the Bridge of Sportsmanship, all knotted up at 14 as we come back after this 2-minute timeout.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. This is Paul Collard with some unofficial halftime stats here at the Bridge of Sportsmanship game. Let's start off with the Eastmont Wildcats. Austin Zielinski has 38 yards rushing on 5 carries. Ethan Akabduki has 32 yards on 5 carries. Javin Britton, 5 yards on 1 carry. And Bodie Yale, the workhorse this first half, 8 carries for 92 yards, 11.5 yards a carry. Outstanding job. And then Peyton Zielinski had a couple of sacks, so he has minus 11 yards. As far as passing, Peyton Zielinski, his first 2 passes were completed for a total of 18 yards, and then he has 3 incompletions, so he's 2 out of 5 with 18 yards. And his receiver was his brother Austin with those 2 catches for 18 yards. Let's go to the Wenatchee Panthers. Mike Mahiki, 10 carries, 79 yards. The workhorse for the Panthers this half. Bodie Yale has 10 yards on 4 carries. Ryan Branham, as far as his passing yards, 4 completions out of 9 attempts for 53 yards. And his favorite receiver was Griffin Butler with a total of 50 yards of receiving yards and 3 completions. And Suey McGinnis has 1 catch for 3 yards. The penalties are pretty well even, 40 yards on each team. So we're looking for a great second half. The Eastmont Wildcats are out here. The Wenatchee Panthers are out here. Let's turn it back to the station, and Eric will be back with the rest of the halftime in just a moment.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low price.
School's back, but this is the kind of math we like. Over 100 slices of pepperoni, 1 giant Abby's pizza feeds up to 6 hungry people. That's A+ value, toppings to the edge. That's been the Abby's way since forever. Now go do your homework. When someone says, bring home the bacon, we know what they mean. They want Abby's legendary Bacon Cheddar Pizza, loaded with country bacon and packed with Canadian bacon. On sale now at abbys.com. This month, bring home the bacon at family-owned Abby's.
So all tied at 14-14 here as we get ready for second half action. So, Paul, if you're Wenatchee, you got to feel real good about that first half.
If I'm Wenatchee, I'm ecstatic about that first half. And I think they know mentally now they're in the game, and we know they can win on the road. With all the issues with the smoke the very first game, thinking they were going to have a home game, then cancel and reschedule and get on a bus at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, go all the way to Coeur d'Alene, come out with a win. A couple weeks back, go down to Eisenhower with the win. So we know they can win on the road. And that mental aspect, I think they know now that they can play with Eastmont on paper. Well, I think probably Eastmont's the better club. Rivalry game, throw that out the window. So I know Wenatchee is ready. That locker room must have been sky high at halftime. Looking forward to that second half. They came out here on an extra step, and they want to play football.
Well, and if you're the Eastmont coaching staff, you got to look at it, okay, zeros. We're tied. There's no score, basically. And that despite the fact that we didn't play a very good first half of football and dropped the ball all over the place.
Yeah, Eastmont's probably licking their wounds a little bit. I'm sure their halftime was a little bit fired up just to get the ball club going. And they just seem like they're just that little half step. And maybe they weren't expecting the game to be this close either. So Eastmont's coming out. They both want to win. And we can talk all we want, but the fact of the matter is the winner of this game is in second place in the Big Nine Conference.
Yeah, that's true.
So this game means a lot for both teams right now.
Well, you've got Michael Mojica and Stowe McGinnis back to return this opening kickoff, and that's something we should mention, too, is that Wenatchee won the toss, elected to defer, so another advantage for Wenatchee. They get the ball first here in the second half.
Yep, they get the ball. They look like now they're trying to figure out which end zone the team's going to be kicking from and to, but Wenatchee get the ball. If they can come down the field, even get a couple, 3 first downs, get that momentum back, get those pads popping again after probably a warm locker room, come back out. It's getting a little bit chillier. Get that momentum going, and let's just see what the kind of a second half we have for both teams. This first drive for both teams is going to be huge as we go for the rest of this game.
Conley McGinnis has it teed up, or will have it teed up momentarily when he gets the ball from our officials. After they not only get that halftime, which was a long halftime for both these teams to make adjustments, but also once you get back out, you got that mandatory 3-minute warm-up clock as well.
Yep, that just makes us fill more air too and give our more sponsors some press here. But yeah, that mandatory 3 minutes, that's it's good, but it kind of throws some momentum off too.
So here we go, start of the third quarter. McGinnis's high end-over-end kickoff will chase the return man all the way back. In fact, it'll go past him through the end of the end zone, and it'll be Wenatchee football to start off our second half, and they'll have it at their own 20-yard line.
And both teams right now are high-fiving each other and getting ready, wanting to get that mental aspect of the game going. The Wenatchee offensive line's talking to each other like, let's get this under control, and the Wenatchee defense, or East Wenatchee defense, is out there, and they're just talking. They want to get this done, and they want this first pads to pop and set the tone for the second half.
Well, I'll tell you that Wenatchee had some success on the ground right up the gut with Mojica in that first half of play. Let's see if they go back to that here to start the second half. Ryan Branham at quarterback. Mojica 2 steps to his left. He'll turn, hand it to him, and Mojica has a good gain across the 30, 35, and then gets away from another man to the 40, all the way out to midfield on the first play of the second half, and well, that'll get you going offensively.
That'll get you going offensively. A huge hole right at the line of scrimmage. Then he just picked his lanes. He kept going, and what's that, 30-yard gain?
30 yards for Mojica right out of the gate here to start this second half here for the Wenatchee Panthers. Again, their starting offense here tonight is, as we mentioned, Ryan Branham is the quarterback. Josiah Walker, a wide receiver. Griffin Butler, Chase Ballou also in the wideout spot, as they got 3 receivers in the formation here. A slot man or tight end to the left, and they'll turn, hand it to Mojica again, and Mojica hit at the line, but still falls forward. We talked about that so much for Eastmont in that first half of play, as the tackle was made by Adrian Rodriguez. He's been a busy guy tonight, but gain of 3-4 yards on first down.
Yep, and with those last 2 carries, Mojica is 112 carries for 113 yards. So he's broke that 100-yard mark with 11 minutes to go in the third quarter.
So they'll put it down at the 46 of Eastmont. So Wenatchee's first possession
You have the ball game similar to their first possession here in the second half. Positive yardage. Branham sets the offense, sends a man in motion from left to right. Little stutter step. Now throw left. The ball is a little bit high and behind the intended receiver. They connected a few times in the first half, but Griffin Butler had that one go high and behind him, and it'll be second down from there.
Yep, it looked like he had his break just a little bit too late and hit the fingertips but didn't make the catch.
So third down coming up from the 46, and this would be a big victory for Eastmont if they could just stiffen up right here and not let Wenatchee get any more yardage. Again, all tied at 14 all here in the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Wenatchee trying to snap a 9-game losing streak to their Cross River rivals. 2 receivers wide to the left, 2 wide right for Branham here as they shift defensively, does Eastmont with a 5-man front. Branham's going to keep it. Got a block around the corners. Got a first down and more to the 30 and then bangs down to the 37 or 27-yard line. How about Ryan Branham on the keeper? Little extra after the fact, but Branham just tucked it in and followed his blockers and got a first down and more to the Eastmont 27-yard line.
Like you say, just followed his blockers. I thought he should have even waited about another half a second to read those blocks, but he did the right thing, hit the hole fast, followed the blocks, and took Eastmont about 3 players to get him down. Great job.
19 yards on that gain here for Ryan Branham, who gets Wenatchee a new set of downs at the Eastmont 27-yard line. Motion man left to right. They're going to turn and hand it off again. Mojica this time is not going to get anything, and he's spun down for a loss of the play and a flag on top of it as Logan Schmutzler comes in and spins him down for a loss at the 30. And a penalty flag, I think, also going to go against the offense here. The official says it is a holding call, but Eastmont will just take the result of the play, a loss of 3 yards back to the 30.
Those defensive linemen snuck through there real quick to get that sack.
Liam Stuber is the tight end here for Wenatchee. Running back Michael Mojica, and up front it's big offensive line has done well finding some holes and making some holes for Mojica right up the gut here tonight for the Wenatchee Panthers. So second down coming up. Branham back to pass, has time, now escapes from pressure. He'll be spun forward as he gets it inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line, and wrapping a big paw around him was Tyson Gonzalez. As good coverage downfield. That's kind of a coverage play here for the Eastmont defense.
Yep, the defensive backs did a great job. Safety's looking over, catching everything, and he did what he had to do. He got positive yardage, so we're back to the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 10 coming up for the Panthers, as splitting off to the right here is Liam Stuber. Tight end will be kind of a slot back to the right here for Branham. See if they go to the air again. He'll put Mojica further behind him in the backfield, and he'll turn, fake the handoff to him. Now rolling right, has a Wildcat right in front of him, has to unload it, and a good job of pressure by Connor Schwab. As soon as after the play fake, Branham turned around, he had 99 staring him down. It's fourth down.
That was a good read by the quarterback to get that ball out by an eligible receiver, so it wasn't intentional grounding, but I think we all know that was probably just thrown to save the yardage.
Yeah. Let's get rid of it.
And to save his life.
Yeah, I think, more to save his life, because he might have nightmares about 99 coming up tomorrow. Clock stops on the incomplete with 9:04 to go here in the third quarter. No scores yet here in the second half, as we are tied at 14. A little indecision about where to put Stowe McGinnis. They'll look his way. Will Branham now has got pressure. Now he's going to be sacked once again. Fourth sack of the night to Ryan Branham by the Eastmont defense. They'll take him down. They'll put him at the 33 on the sack. And over on downs again here tonight by the Eastmont defense.
I think the defensive lineman just said, let's meet at the quarterback. And they did. Great job.
Pin their ears back. And you could say you could share that sack between 3 different guys for the Wildcats here. So Eastmont with the football after the stop, and their first possession of the second half will start with 9:02 to go here in quarter number 3. All tied up at 14, and Bodie Yale is in the backfield as the quarterback here. And Zielinski lined up wide to the right, and Bodie Yale's just going to take it on a keeper, kind of a Wildcat package, as it gets it across the 35 out to the 36-yard line, and it's a little cloud of smoke, but he got 3 yards.
3 yards, not really a cloud of dust tonight, but straight up the gut, and he got those 3 yards.
Cloud of smoke.
I know, I caught
Thematic.
that. I know. Yeah, Quincy High School education, Eric. I know it's not good as Cedar Woolley, but I'm doing the best I can.
Second down and about 7 yards to go. They'll turn and hand it around the right side, and Wenatchee does a good job of countering as they get 3-4 guys on the tackle. On the short give around the end that time to Akbodite. And a gain out to the 41-yard line.
Carrying the ball for the Wildcats, Will Alvarez making the initial stop for the Wildcats.
And Wenatchee did a great job just reading that defense. They all held their lanes and made that play go wide.
Akbodite, again, a slot man here, and they snap it right back to Bodie Yale on that Wildcat play, and Bodie Yale's going to take it ahead enough for a first down across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 6 yards there.
And he kept those legs churning, just kept churning. And again, we talk about it the whole game, these 2 and 3 yard gains, and all of a sudden it's a gain of 6 yards. So now all of a sudden it's 2nd and 4, or 1st and 10.
So again, the normal quarterback, Peyton Zielinski, lines up as a wide receiver to the near side, wide right, and the snap directly back to Bodie Yale. Now he wants to throw it to his quarterback. He is hammered as he got rid of the football, as coming in and laying the pipe to the would-be quarterback there, Owen Irvin. The ball falls incomplete. Bodie Yale right now trying to find the license plate of that truck that just hit him. Second down coming up from the 47-yard line. By the way, our broadcast tonight's on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. For all your real estate needs in Central Washington, call them up at 509-888-8887. That's 509-888-8887.
Yeah, Owen Irvin's a big kid. I've known him since he was probably about 9 years old.
Has he been big since he was 9?
He was always big, but he got bigger.
Another almost turnover here for Eastmont as Akbodite collided with Austin Zielinski, and the ball falls on the ground. Well, that's 3-4 different handoff exchange problems that Eastmont has had tonight. They are able to cover it, though, and it's going to be 3rd and long after the loss back to the 43-yard line, loss of 4 yards.
Yeah, for some reason they're just off on those. It's a timing offense.
Yeah.
If you don't have that timing down pat, you can just make mistakes. And again, a mental mistake.
Akbodite is going to line up as an up back here as they go with a rare formation with 3 guys in the backfield. Zielinski back at quarterback here, rolls to his right, has pressure, now throws, and it is incomplete as he is taken out of bounds. The officials watching closely as Flugie gave him pressure and hit him just as he got rid of the football. Incomplete pass brings up a 4th down here for Eastmont.
4th and long. It's like about 15 to go. Yeah, he got his arm was hit just as he was going, and he was starting to go down just as that ball was being thrown.
Griffin Butler will drop back to his own 30-yard line to return the punt here from Dax Dixon. So Dax does the punting duties on one side and does the punt return duties on the other. A high spiraling kick will bounce down and take a Eastmont roll inside the 20, inside the 25, and then down at the 15, and then down at the 9-yard line. How about that punt? So that's 47 yards, 48 yards on the punt, and no return. As they'll have it at their own 9-yard line. Will Wenatchee on their second possession of the second half. 6:31 remaining here in the third, all tied at 14.
And that punt returner, he wants to make that catch, and even after it's been grounded, he wants to get that ball to be able to get some positive yardage. But his coaches have told him over the summer and over the fall, let it go, and now they're starting on the 9-yard line.
So the Eastmont fans hollering for their defense to come up with a play as Wenatchee in the shadow of their own goalpost here on a 1st down and 10 from their own 9. Handoff is up to Mojica, and he'll give them maybe a yard out to the 10-yard line. as Eastmont stiffens up defensively up front. And again, Logan Schmutzler leading the way for the Wildcat defense.
You know, Eric, it might be just my eyesight from up here in the booth, but it seems like those D linemen are a little bit tighter than they were in the first half. So maybe that's a defensive adjustment up here in the press box that the coaches have made to make those long gains a little bit more difficult when the linemen are tighter.
Sometimes the offensive line can get a little tight themselves too. So if you're basing your defensive stance off of a gap and you have less of a gap, as again you talked about it, Eastmont shooting a gap right there, getting into the backfield, and loss on the play after Donnie Torres got in there and made a tackle for a loss. It'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 10 coming up from the 9-yard line for Wenatchee. Our coach on the offensive line in college used to say, mind your splits. Mind your splits. You always want to be at least an arm distance away from the lineman inside of you. Some good football games going on tonight. Here's a little swing pass over the middle. This ball is caught, and then a shoulder tackle. I'm looking for a flag maybe at a horse collar, but none coming. As the pass was completed, just a little halfback option over the middle there. Stowe McGinnis with the reception. A gain to give Wenatchee a little more room to punt here, as it'll be 4th down for the Panthers. Out at the 17-yard line.
You know, that momentum isn't swinging on the Wenatchee side right now, but if you would have told their head coach that with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter you'd be tied, I think he'd be happy.
Definitely. So Dax Dixon looking for a big return here off the punt by Wenatchee. Good snap this time. Punt away, wobbly kick, short. Dixon takes it at the 50-yard line on the return, trying to push a blocker in front of him, and he has a Wenatchee Panther draped around his waist and will pull him down at the 44. So good field position for Eastmont following the punt.
Again, anytime you're on positive side of your opponent to start your series, you're doing good.
Plus territory with 4:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter, all tied up at 14-14. After this play, we'll get you some of the other scores from around the league and around the Northwest or North Central Washington tonight. Looks like Cashmere and Royal are in a Donnybrook down at Royal City tonight. Meanwhile, it is Peyton Zielinski back at quarterback. He'll send Austin in motion, and they'll hand it off up the middle to Bodie Yale. Bodie with that, just heads-up run and just keeps those legs turning. Will take it all the way down to the 36-yard line. He's close to a 1st down.
Yep, 9 yards on that carry, and again, he just did not want to be put down, and it wasn't pretty, but he got 9 yards.
So Cashmere and Royal now, is this second half? Yes, it is. All tied at 8-8. That is with not much time left in the 3rd quarter. Here's another dive play left side to Yale. He's going to get it up for the 1st down here for the Wildcats as they'll take him down at the 33, gain of 3 yards. Other scores we have tonight, it is end of the 1st quarter, Omak all over Brewster tonight, 30-0. And a little bit of a surprise to me, Chelan and Okanagan are all tied at 20-20. How about that?
Wow.
I would have honestly anticipated Okanagan to run away with that one, but not so much so far. So here we go, 1st down and 10 for Eastmont. Handoff is Britton left side, and he just has the ball wrapped up tightly in one hand and then pushes the pile with his other as he gets a good block up in front of him to lead the way that time by Nash Mosier, and it will be down to the 25-yard line.
Again, just big yardage on 1st down.
8 yards on 1st down. We'll see if they decide to go to the air or stick to the ground here. Peyton Zielinski 4 yards deep, expecting the pass from center. He gets it, turns, hands it off. This is on the run. Let's see, inside the 20 down to the 17. It's good for a 1st down. And Akbodite on the carry. I was not in the booth while you were giving the halftime stats, so I apologize. How many yards for Akbodite now?
That is number 50. 50 yards
50 yards, okay. So first down and 10 for Eastmont as clock winds down here in the third quarter. Handoff, Bodie Yale. Bodie dances around one man, dances around another, gets it inside the 5, finally taken down at about the 4-yard line. Irwin comes up on the stop, but not before Bodie Yale sniffs the end zone. They'll put him down at the 3.
That's his 13th carry for 79 yards, too, Eric.
14 yards on that carry. So first and goal from the 3. Turn, handoff to Yale again. This time it's Flugie who latches onto him like a picnic ride for the young kids, although I don't know if I want to carry a 216-pounder on my back, 260-pounder on my back.
Or a 216.
Yeah, well, that's true, too. Second down and goal coming up from the 3-yard line.
And for being a big kid, he beat that block and he got in the backfield just right after the ball carrier got it.
And fortunate for Eastmont that they didn't have another bobble after he was in the backfield, lickety split. So here we go. Second down and goal from the 3 after no gain on that one. Handoff, Austin Zielinski. He's got blockers in front and dances into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont. And Bodie Yale not only can pack the rock, but he got the block on the corner to spring him into the end zone.
Yep, beautiful run, beautiful blocking, and he saw that corner of the end zone. He was not gonna be denied tonight, Eric.
3-yard touchdown run caps a drive that started on the plus side of the field at the 45-yard line of Wenatchee. So Eastmont takes the lead. And if I'm not mistaken, that's their first lead of the night.
I believe so, yes.
So the Wildcats will try to tack on the extra point here, and it is on the way, and it is good. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with 1:31 to go here in the third. Eastmont 21, Wenatchee 14. You're watching the Bridge of Sportsmanship on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The score, Eastmont.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
So the Wildcats take it 45 yards on 7 plays as Austin Zielinski caps off the drive with a 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point makes it a 21-14 lead with 1:31 to go here in the third quarter. That is Eastmont's first lead of the game here as we're almost to the end of the third quarter. Conley McGinnis has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He approaches. End-over-end kick will sail again through the front corner of the end zone. Boy, he's got that spot ironed out, doesn't he?
Yes, those last 2 kicks have been about 2 or 3 yards inside the pylon.
You don't want to get a return. That's one way to do it for sure.
Nope, did a great job. And now let's see what Wenatchee has up their sleeve. Coming back, as you said a few minutes ago, Eric, for first time they're behind in the game. Let's just see what their composure is. Let's see what they can do offensively. Again, their goal right now is just get a first down and then get multiple first downs and go down the field and score.
And last time they had the ball was starting the drive at their own 9-yard line. So that was a tough one. They start this one at their 20. Ryan Brannon wants to keep it, goes over the right side, got positive yardage out to the 23-yard line, gain of 3 yards on first down. And sometimes those small prizes, those small advances, I mean, just gives you a little more confidence, right?
Yep. Here we got a timeout coming out here too, Eric.
Well, that's interesting. Eastmont will take a timeout before the third quarter can run out. So that's an interesting choice here. It gives us a chance to thank our sponsors of Big Nine football tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, and they include Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. For over 50 years, Dick's Heating and AC is family-owned. They service all brands, commercial and residential. Scheduled maintenance and repairs. Call today, 509-884-6444. That's 509-884-6444. Also by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their number one priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net.
We've had 2 timeouts that are a little bit unique. Wenatchee called that timeout at the end of the first quarter with, 15 or 18 seconds left. And now Eastmont's calling one with 1:18 left. So somebody didn't like something on the Eastmont side of the ball. So let's see what maybe a change in defense, maybe a change in coverages, but or maybe the coaches want to lift their spirits, as we say.
So we'll see what either side decides to do here on a 2nd down at 7 for the Panthers with just a few grains in the sand left in this third quarter. Right, Branham's going to turn, hand it off. Mojica. Not much happening there as Eastmont defense up front again. Just stalwarts up there for the Wildcats. Tyson Gonzalez again. He also had some help from Logan Schmutzler. Donnie Torres there as well for the Wildcats.
And the down box moved it back about 6 inches, so let's just call it no yard gain.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 once again for the Panthers, as we've got 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. So they'll have to run a play before we get to the end of the quarter, as Ryan Branham will send receivers wide to the left. He's got Butler. He's been a favorite target on the wide side of the field. Branham looking right, now looking back left, now has pressure, now throws over the ball, is caught! Oh my gosh, it was tipped by a defender and then picked up by Wenatchee as juggling catch made by Liam Stuber. The tight end comes up with it, and a 1st down for Wenatchee.
Great concentration, as you said, Eric. That ball was tipped probably 3 or 4 yards in front of him. Great concentration, great job.
16-yard pass play, and they'll restart the clock here, so Wenatchee doesn't have to snap it if they just want to run the quarter out and head to the other field and maybe get a little drink of water in the process. It has been a smoke-free evening, which we can't say we've had very many of here in the Wenatchee Valley this evening, and it has been a firestorm on this field. Back and forth we go in the Bridge of Sportsmanship as we go through 3 quarters. Eastmont leads at 21-14. We're back with the 4th frame right after this.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community. As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. We're on cable on Channel 12 on Localtel. We're on Channel 19 on Charter Spectrum. We're also streaming on the web at Facebook, as well as our website, along with Paul Collard. Eric Granstrom with you. Well, this has been a fun one so far, Paul.
Oh, it's been an outstanding game. I think all of us are surprised but enthusiastic about a score of 21-14, a rivalry game going into the 4th quarter. Let's see who's going to take that momentum, and you never know. There could be a big break. Eastmont, the games I've seen them this year, it's 2 yards, 3 yards, and all of a sudden, boom, 35, 40, 50 yards. We haven't seen anything special teams really by Eastmont yet. We haven't seen any defensive picks by the defensive backs, but we still got a full quarter to go, and let's just see what kind of momentum Wenatchee's going to have. They only got 60 yards to tie the score, so let's see what happens. It should be a good 4th quarter.
So 1st down from the Wenatchee 39-yard line after the amazing catch by Liam Stuber, the tight end. He has very few catches on the season. Back to pass, Branham looking, has time. We got a flag down, throw deep downfield off the outreached hand of McGinnis. Incomplete, but we're going to get, it's against the defense. Oh, okay. The official turns his arms around, says, wait a minute. I initially signaled against the defense. That was against the offense on a hold, so that will push Wenatchee back 10 yards.
And we had a penalty-free third quarter, Eric, so both coaches should have been happy about that. But 7 seconds into the fourth quarter, we have a penalty on Wenatchee.
So that'll be first down over again. And something to mention, too, is that holding still a spot foul in high school football, isn't it? Okay. I just noticed we went exactly 10 yards back from the previous line of scrimmage. So from the 39 back to the 29, that penalty against Wenatchee is their 5th of the night for 50 yards. Ryan Branham 4 yards deep in the backfield. Looks over a defense that's coming right at him. He'll chuck it quickly. The ball caught on the far side over on the east Wenatchee side of things. Looks like Butler on the catch as he fights and claws his way out to the 40-yard line. Good read by Ryan Branham with the defense cheating up right in the middle and right in his face, and he quickly fires out to the far sideline, and they get a gain out to the 40-yard line.
Yep, nice 11-yard gain. Got that penalty back. Now they got 9 yards, second down. Let's see what they're going to call now. They're opening up the offense, too. The last few plays, we've got a lot more spread, and also the quarterback starting to throw the ball. So maybe they're not going to rely on their running game going into the fourth quarter.
So the man who just caught that ball is split out wide to the far side of the field as we look at it here at Wildcat Stadium on the Wenatchee side. That's Butler out there, and they're going to go maybe a halfback pass option, and the ball juggled and then dropped and then incomplete. Hold on, we got penalty flag down. The officials are saying, hang on just a sec here. It was a handoff to the man who'd lined up as a wide receiver, Micah Nell, and then Nell went to pass it downfield, but was he past the line of scrimmage when he finally got rid of the football? That's the question.
It was close. I guess we're going to find out.
Officials are on the far side, and I'm sure they're getting they're going to say defensive holding against Eastmont. So not past the line of scrimmage for an illegal forward pass. Instead, it will be a penalty against Eastmont. How about that?
And a first down right at midfield.
So 10-yard penalty on the defensive hold brings up first down, as Paul mentioned, from the midfield stripe. And we've got an update on, speaking of another rivalry, Cashmere and Royal here in just a moment. First down from the 50. Branham wants to keep it again. He's got yardage around the left side. Boy, they saw something in film that they thought they could take advantage of, and they have here tonight as he takes it all the way inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. Ryan Branham just gets one block, and he's free on the left side, and I think that's a read by him to take that if it's there.
And we got a penalty on the ground too, Eric. Yeah, nice big hole. He made the right cuts, 17, 18-yard gain, and let's see what the referees have, if this is coming back or if we're going to tack it on.
Well, Wenatchee's going backwards here, so it looks like it might be a possible hold downfield during the run. No face mask called against Eastmont, and he didn't give the personal foul call, so this could be the unintentional grab of a face mask, so a 5-yard variety, Paul?
Yeah, and how do you do that, Eric? It seems like if you grab the face mask, it should be a biggie.
You either grab it or you don't. Well, the gain was to the 35-yard line, so that was good for 15 yards on the gain. Meanwhile, as Ryan Branham got 15 there, he's doing well tonight. After the penalty flag, it's a first down from the 30. So 6 penalties, 55 yards suddenly after what you mentioned, a penalty-free third quarter. Trips to the right here for Branham. Wenatchee's offense in high gear here this evening. They're going to run that same play again. Branham will get yardage down to the 25-yard line before he's submarined down as the defensive back came up and made the stop. A.J. Sands on the stop here for the Wildcats.
Well, they've definitely seen something on film. We're up here in the press box. The coach is up here looking because they've gone over that left side, outside that outside tackle, for some pretty good gains here in the last quarter.
Let's get you an update from down in Royal tonight. Cashmere 15, Royal 8 with 9 minutes left in the ball game. How about that? Royal has a 39-game winning streak coming into the game here tonight. Branham fakes the handoff, looking downfield, throwing the ball is knocked away last second. Good defensive play downfield. Couple in a row here by A.J. Sens as they intended the target for Griffin Butler again, but incomplete on the defensive play.
Yeah, great coverage, nice pass. And you're talking about the Royal City. They don't lose often.
No.
At Royal, at home.
Okay, now Royal has just come back and scored. 6:49 to go in the game, tied at 15.
Wow.
What a Donnybrook down is south tonight. Third down coming up for the Panthers from the 25-yard line. Branham wants to run it again, dances one way, then comes back the other, but right there is the Eastmont defense to dump him short of the yard to gain. Looks like defensively that time on the tackle, it was Johnny Perez.
Just a nice fundamental tackle. Squared him up, wrapped him up below the waist. Just good fundamental football.
So it's going to be fourth down and a long one here for the Panthers. And they're going to go for it. And maybe a timeout taken first. Yep, Taylor Mitchell wants to talk it over before this big play in this game. We'll take a 30-second break, come back, 9:15 to go in regulation. 21-14, Eastmont on top. We're back after this.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
And welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium. Decision time for the Wenatchee Panthers. Well, Paul Collard, I know your defense has played well tonight, but you got to go for this, right? I mean, it's a rivalry game.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking at 9 losses in a row to this team. You haven't beat them since 2017. You got to go for it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any even thought of a field goal, because that field goal still puts them at least another score. You got to get a touchdown sometime tonight if you're going to win this game. So you might as well go for this fourth down. Get a long 1.5, 2 yards, and let's see what happens.
That is a long way to go. We'll see if Branham goes to the pass here. He's got trips to the right, 2 to the left, back with him in the backfield. And now he switches from right to left. Oh, hold on. He'll come out of the game, or does he? Mahuika, Wenatchee was messed up from the start on that one. I think, did they have too many men on the field? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, Mahuika, when he was in the backfield, that was 12.
Yep.
I guess they didn't huddle, so they didn't have 12 guys in the huddle.
Didn't huddle, and they weren't at the snap. He was off, so clean play in the high school rule book and the college rule book. Within 3 seconds, you got to get out of the huddle. So high school, they got it. We had some new players coming in, so I'm guessing, we're going to have a field goal attempt.
Okay. And we mentioned Anthony Garcia has a really good leg. They're going to spot him down at the 34. So a 44-yard field goal attempt here by Anthony Garcia. Angle from left to right. Snap back, spot down, kick is got the distance. It's good! Holy cow!
He couldn't have kicked that from 45 yards, but he did good from the 44. That
just over the crossbar with a 44-yard field goal. And that will bring us to a 21-17 score with 9:09 to go here in regulation. We'll take a 30-second break, come back for the kickoff right after this on the NCWLIFE Channel.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
So how about the leg of Mr. Anthony Garcia? 44-yard field goal, and just barely enough to get it across the crossbar, and it is a 21-17 score. And give credit to Wenatchee. That was a great drive. Started at their own 20-yard line, went all the way to the Eastmont 22 before they go for the field goal.
Yep, great job on that. Good momentum still, and that field goal kicker will be telling his grandkids about that kick many, many years from now. So
I remember.
When
the Bridge of Sportsmanship. No, we called it the Battle of the Bridges back then.
All right. End over end kick is going to be short and then dropped on the turf by, and Wenatchee, I think, is going to cover it at the 20-yard line. Austin Zielinski couldn't hold on to it, and it's Wenatchee football.
Big turnover. Games are made on turnovers, so now Wenatchee has the ball on 20-yard line.
My goodness.
Let's see what happened. Just got 3 points. They go down and get 7. All of a sudden, we got a game and a game and a game.
You know, I'm thinking about it. The last time that Wenatchee came up with a win against Eastmont, it was a similar kind of a game where Eastmont kind of gave it away, where they turned the ball over several times. Well, this is their second turnover here tonight as they fumble the kickoff and give Wenatchee prime real estate at the Eastmont 20-yard line, going in with 9:05 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And if we're honest up here, there's probably at least 3 other times when they could have had a fumble for a change of possession.
Definitely so. So we'll see if they are aggressive here and go for the shot at the end zone right away. Brian Branham, standing at about the 25-yard line, will take the snap from center, hand it to Mojica, and he doesn't have much to gain. He will lean forward to about the 18-yard line as he kept his legs driving. I'll tell you what, there's no quit in anybody who has that football here tonight.
Nope. Both sets of running backs on both teams are just keep on those legs going. Actually, the quarterbacks too. Nobody's stopping. They want that ball. They want it to go that extra 2 yards. Great job by both teams.
Splitting out wide to the left will be Micah Nell here for the Panthers. And Eastmont's got to keep an eye on him. He doesn't go all the way to the sideline. He's out by the numbers right now. And Eastmont needs to keep track of him. They finally do see him out there, and they get somebody on him. Eastmont a little confused. Looks like defensively Brandon wants to throw out to the left. The ball is caught and then dropped. Looking for Walker. And ball wasn't a perfect throw. He had to spin around to try to get it, but I think he was thinking about running before he was catching it.
Yeah.
So third down coming up from the 18. And if you're Wenatchee right now, you want to get in the end zone.
You want to get in the end zone. I can almost see a quarterback off left tackle.
Well, that's the run that they've had the most success on here in the game tonight. That keeper by Ryan Branham around the left side. Working off the block up front from big Luke Flugie at 6'4", 260 pounds.
5 wideouts.
Branham back to pass. Looks right, throws right. The ball is caught and squirting forward. Hold on, the ball came out. And Eastmont says they have it, and they do! The ball was caught by Butler and then wrestled away from him as they went to the ground. The ball came free. Eastmont comes up with it. Wildcat football.
Yep. Well, we had a late flag on something here, too. The head referee just threw a late flag. Unsportsmanlike on Eastmont.
So apparently a little extra jubilation from the Eastmont sideline here. So Eastmont had the ball on the recovery at, the 11? So that'll be half the distance from there. So, Paul, being my statistician here this evening.
Well, for Eastmont, that is their 9th penalty for 71 yards. Unofficially, of course.
Okay.
And Wenatchee has 6 penalties for 55 yards, so not a real clean game from the penalty standpoint.
Eastmont will break the huddle here. Well, first they got to mark the ball back. Have they? Yes, they have.
Yep.
To the 6. So it'll be first down from there. And they put the chains there as well. So first down and 10 from the about 6-yard line here for the Wildcats.
5-yard line, first and 10 Wildcats.
Now the officials got to get in the right place so we can get the ball snapped at 8:05 left. Well, let's see. Can Eastmont take about 5 or 6 minutes off the clock? Nice.
Well, this is where you got to watch it if you're Wenatchee's defense about being a little bit too aggressive and having somebody pop one for 94 yards. Zielinski standing in his own end zone will hand it off up the middle. Dive play. Good conservative call, and conservative gain out to the 11-yard line. 5 yards. Bodie Yale again, I think, on the carry there for the Wildcats.
Yep.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Bodie just came off the bench, I think. No. Sorry. That was Bodie Yale on the carry. Sorry, Paul. Colt Mosier just checked into the ball game for the Wildcats. 2nd down. They'll snap it directly to the running back. Again, that was Bodie. And Bodie will take it ahead, maybe for a yard is all. Snap a little bit high. Again, they're working with a new center who didn't play in the offseason. Jacob Craig doing the best he can. This is the first time he's got varsity time at center. And that's not an easy one, especially when you got guys breathing right across the ball from you.
Well, especially when you're making those line calls, too.
3rd down coming up. The ball is at about the 12, 11-yard line. So no gain on that one. Zielinski looks over a 4-man defensive front. Linebackers in tight. They'll hand it off around the left side. And right there to step it up and stand it up is the Wenatchee defense once again. That elicits a big cheer from the far sideline as John Gutzweiler makes the stop.
Big momentum for Wenatchee now. Stopped them down there deep in their end zone, or deep in their end of the field. Great job by Wenatchee. Now let's see if they get the ball back, what they can do. And they should get pretty decent field position, somewhere between the 50 or maybe even on their positive side of the field.
So it's Butler who's made some big plays tonight. Back to return the punt. He'll let it bounce. It'll take an Eastmont roll outside the 40 to about the 43-yard line. So about a 33-yard punt. No return for Wenatchee. Panther football at the 42 of Eastmont. Lots of time here. 6:05 to go. And if I'm not mistaken, Wenatchee did use 1 timeout so far in the second half. So they got 2 remaining. Oh, man. Going to come down to this drive right here.
Yeah. And just an outstanding football. Just a great football game tonight. And 2 rivals, both laying it out there. And let's just see what happens this last 6 minutes and 5 seconds.
Branham gets a snap, looked like he wanted to throw it, and then runs it, and he runs right into the big paws of Connor Schwab, who takes him down. Gain of maybe a yard to the 41.
I think he saw a lot of green for about 2 steps. Then he saw number 99, and when he hit the ground, it was an upside down 66 on top of him.
2nd down coming up from the 41-yard line. Ball right hash mark, as we have had a good game here tonight. Appreciate you joining us wherever you might be. If you're an alumni, thank you so much for tuning in. Wenatchee Eastmont. The Panthers trying to win this game for the first time since 2017. Ryan Branham has them set on a 2nd down and 9. Little low snap, looks left, has time. Now he wants to run, and he's going to be caught again for a short gain on the play as Tyson Gonzalez will wrap him up and bring him down at the 39 of Eastmont.
He wanted to throw that ball downfield. They had 5 wideouts on that play. Nobody open. Defensive backs doing a great job on coverage. So he did the best he could. He got a couple yards, and they got possession. So 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Kamani Owen out there as a DB on one side as a corner for the Eastmont Wildcats. Also A.J. Sens out there. He's had a couple of good plays here tonight. Also in the defensive backfield, Jackson Kenyon. And also back there, give credit to Javon Britton, who's done well all the way around tonight. So here we go, 3rd down for the Panthers. Called it about 8 yards to go. Brandon wants to keep it again. He's hit hard as he got to the 35, and that is it for Ryan Branham. And I'll tell you, he's going to need an ice bath after this one, after the licks he has taken.
No, he's got the same number on his back as carries as he has. Number 16th carry right then.
Donnie Torres, one of those Wildcats to get there on the tackle along with Tyson Gonzalez. Going to bring up 4th down from the 35. After the 4-yard gain, and Wenatchee going to go for it. 4th down, about 3 yards to go here for the Panthers in the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Here comes Eastmont up the middle, throw down over the middle. The ball is caught, and it's going to be a 1st down. Hanging on to it this time on a throw that was a little bit behind him was Stowe McGinnis. He'll come up with a grab and a 1st down at the 20. Gain of 15 yards on the pass play. I'll tell you, Ryan Branham has dialed it up a couple times tonight and come up with big completions.
Yep, he's either right on or just a smidgen off, and that time he was right on. And let's kudos to the Wenatchee sideline. That's a gutsy call, throwing the ball 5 wideouts, and the quarterback knew where he was going. I think his eyes were laid on him the whole second and a half that he was out there getting ready to throw.
Yeah, Ryan Branham in his 2nd year as the starting quarterback, now in his senior season for the Wenatchee Panthers, and it would mean so much to these seniors to get this win. Handoff Mohuika, nothing happened at all. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Eastmont coming up defensively, Jacoby Mercado.
And time's becoming a little bit of a factor. We're 2 minutes, 58 seconds and rolling. So Wenatchee wants to get some positive yards here, and they got to get the 6. 3 doesn't really help them.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 20 coming up for the Panthers. Again, that just seems, if you're a Panther fan, to take so long to have your quarterback run all the way over to the sideline, get the play, and then only have like 15 seconds left on the play clock by the time you relate that to the rest of your offensive huddle. Mohuika, a couple of steps to the right of Branham here. Branham turn, fakes the handoff, rolls left, has pressure, throws. The ball is dropped at about the 9-yard line as Ryan Branham dropped as well as he got rid of that football. Coming up and laying a lick on him there, and then helping him back to his feet was Adrian Rodriguez.
And from the Wenatchee program there, the best thing about that was an incomplete pass. Now the clock stopped with 2:23 to go, 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10 coming up from the 20. Game time really right here with 2:23 to go in the contest. Wenatchee scored on their first possession of the football game. Eastmont came back and scored on their 2nd possession to tie it at 7. Wenatchee took the lead on a touchdown. This is all in the first half, and then Eastmont tied it up right before halftime. That's where we were at half, tied up at 14. Here in the second half, the Wildcats scored the only touchdown, the only score in the second half, back in the 3rd quarter. We are just a few moments left of this one with 2:23 to go in the 4th.
We have an injury timeout here, Eric. Looks like the quarterback got a little bit slow getting up, so we'll have a new quarterback here. A little bit of pressure coming in, 2:23, 3rd down. So the quarterback, Brandon, will be out for at least one play. Number 1's coming in. Looks like a quarterback.
Okay.
Yep. Rigo Garcia, 6'2", 165-pound junior.
Oh my gosh, the Adam's apple. He's got to feel like he's trying to swallow an ostrich egg right now for this young man. Rigo Garcia, a junior, 6'2", 165 pounds, comes in to spell Ryan Branham at least for one play. And a big 3rd down. 3rd and 10 coming up from the 20-yard line. Time winding down. Wenatchee trailing here in the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Snap back. He got the snap. He tried to run it, and he is going to be tackled for a loss on the play because right in there again for Eastmont. He's been living in the backfield tonight, Adrian Rodriguez.
Yeah, I didn't think the quarterback's going to be throwing the ball. He hasn't even warmed up yet, so running play, but he lost a couple.
Loss of 3 yards back to the 23-yard line. Maybe the 22. You're right, 2 yards. So it'll be 4th down for the Panthers here. As Ryan Branham, as you mentioned, out for one play, back here for this one. And game time for Wenatchee as he switches sides, puts trips to the right, twins to the left. Nobody with him in the backfield. Got to feel like a lonely place right now with 1:39 left. Back to pass. Branham looks left, throws left. The ball is underthrown, incomplete, and no flags down. Over on downs to Eastmont.
Just not enough zip on that football. A little bit higher, and I think he could have had a catch, but tough play, tough. And you don't know how much Brian is hurt still either yet. Well, Wenatchee does have 2 timeouts left if my score sheet's correct.
1:33 to go as Eastmont gets the football. Send a man in motion, Akbadite, and again, did the ball fall on the ground again?
I think he mishandled it.
Oh, goodness. Timeout quickly taken by Wenatchee after a loss on the play. They started this at their own 20. Now they drop back on a second down from their 18. Was that a mishandled snap, or did he just take a knee?
It looked to me like he bobbled it. There was some linemen in the way, but he looked like he mishandled it, and then he just went down for. So the last thing you want from an Eastmont point of view is to lose the football on 22-yard line.
Yeah.
So he did the right thing, fall on it, and eat the down. You still got 2 more to go before you have to punt potentially.
Here we go. Latest from Royal tonight. They're headed to overtime. Cashmere 15, Royal 15. How about that matchup down south of us tonight? Wow. So here we go. Second down and 12 for the Wildcats. Panthers have one more chance to stop the clock here on a timeout with 1:29 to go. Eastmont just needs to hold on to the football. Zielinski. And this is always what makes me nervous, too, when you're just trying to wind the clock out, is to go in the shotgun.
Yeah.
This is where, if you've got the play, go under center, for goodness sakes. Snap back, and they'll hand it off, and a dive play inside. Short gain across the 20, out to the 23-yard line. And this is Britton, I think, on the carry. It is. Timeout taken. Final timeout to the game here tonight for the Wenatchee Panthers. Gain of 5 yards for Britton on that one. What a game tonight, and what a gritty performance by the Wenatchee Panthers. And they had their opportunities here in the second half to take the lead back, but just could not get it done here on the road across the river here at Wildcat Stadium.
And give kudos to the Wenatchee coaching staff, too. They went on the road last week, got beat pretty handily, 56-0.
Yeah, in a game that they were supposed to play at home.
Yeah.
And then that emotional letdown of, okay, we got one of the best teams in the state coming to our building. Oh, wait, no, we got to go to their building.
We got to go to their building. But after taking that major loss, they come out here tonight, and they're focused. So great job by the Wenatchee coaching staff to get their kids ready for tonight's game.
So third down coming up for the Wildcats, and no more timeouts left for Wenatchee. Zielinski gets a snap, hands it to Bodiale. He just wants to get a first down, but he'll have somebody draped around his legs out to the 25, 26-yard line. They'll be short of the yard to gain. Now it's a clock situation. Eastmont will have to punt it away.
Yep, they'll have to punt it. I don't know if you noticed, but Bodie had both arms around that football. He was not going to lose that football on a tackle or mishandle it by any stretch.
I believe the coaching staff and Jay Foster during that last timeout taken by Wenatchee probably had that very strongly worded message to anybody who had the ball in their hands.
And right now, Eastmont's taking their time. They're letting that clock run down, 43 and rolling with 7 seconds left on the game clock or on the play clock. So it'll be about 35 seconds when this is ready to fourth down punt.
And Eastmont will take the timeout with 35 seconds left. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop at 509-884-4653. Also by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. And by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. And by Valley Tractor. North Central Washington's trusted equipment and rental dealer for 75 years. We'll be in Cashmere next week, and who knows, might be the undefeated Cashmere Bulldogs taking on the Zilla Leopards. That'll be next week in Cashmere right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
And if they do come and do beat Royal City, it'll be interesting to see what they are ranked in the state rankings after beating the defending champion, isn't it, at the Royal City Knights on their home field.
Right. Well, another score we have in tonight. They are running clock in the second half. Omak all over Brewster, 52-7 this evening. Again, Cashmere and Royal heading to overtime, tied at 15. Meanwhile, here we go. Wenatchee, watch them to pin their ears back and try to block this punt. Eastmont in protect mode. You know, it wouldn't be such a bad idea here if you get a bad snap or something to take it out of the back of the end zone. Dixon gets it away. It'll go out of bounds quickly. And Wenatchee will have time and will have really good field position.
Yeah, he did that little bit of a rugby kick. As soon as he kicked it, he went down to his knees and grabbed his helmet like, oh, no, I didn't get enough foot on it. So, yeah, 31.9 seconds left.
She ain't over yet.
It ain't over.
Let's see where they put the football down. They're going to put it at the Eastmont, 35-yard line?
About the 37 right now.
37, okay.
Since we're in baseball season, the old Yogi Berra line, it ain't over till it's over.
That's right.
So let's see what happens.
Ryan Branham, you got to wonder about his health here as he had to come out for a play and now is back in there, as he'll come from the sidelines with a fresh call from Coach Taylor Mitchell. They run this, they practice this. This is that 2-minute drill, no timeouts. You got to get out of bounds. Here we go. The snap. Back to Branham. He wants to throw, looking, throwing down over the middle. The ball is tipped and then picked off, and that will secure the Bridge of Sportsmanship for the 10th time in a row for the Eastmont Wildcats as Conley McGinnis comes up with the interception here for Eastmont.
Great ball game by both teams.
Okay.
Once again, I want to remind you, please stay off the
So we've got the interception and now just the kneel down. And we will head down to the field since it's only 9:30. Got a half hour before our newscast coming up at 10 o'clock. So I will head down to the field. Paul will give you the stats of this one. And we'll talk to, I gotta imagine the coach will want us to talk to some of the defense because they just played their lights out tonight. As Eastmont will get the win here in the Bridge of Sportsmanship and continue their hold of the trophy for the 10th consecutive time. 21-17 will be our final score here in the 2025 version of the Bridge of Sportsmanship. Eastmont did what they needed to do to get the win. Give hats off to Wenatchee for a heck of an effort here tonight.
Yep, great job. Great ball game by both teams. This is one of those, the old adage, you hate to see somebody lose, but Eastmont came out the winner tonight. Bragging rights for the east side of the Columbia River for another year. And from the Wenatchee side, I guess we'll just say, well, there's next year.
And this is the closest Bridge of Sportsmanship we've had since back when they had the COVID year in 2021, where they played in the spring. A lot of the guys will say, well, that didn't really count. But it did, and it does, and it will here tonight as Eastmont gets the win 21-17. We're gonna the post-game show coming up here after a timeout. You've been watching high school football tonight, and at Donnybrook it was on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Post-game show comes your way next.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Exciting game here tonight with the Eastmont Wildcats winning the Bridge of Sportsmanship game with the final score of 21-17 over the Wenatchee Panthers. Let's look at some stats here for the Eastmont Wildcats. Let's start with some rushing. Austin Zielinski had 39 yards on 8 carries. Ethan Akadoki had 42 yards on 8 carries. Jevin Britton had 19 yards on 3 carries. And Bodie Yale, the workhorse tonight, had 17 carries for 87 yards. Peyton Zielinski came in, got sacked a couple times, so minus 11 yards in total yardage for him from his rushing. Peyton Zielinski also had 18 yards passing, no yards in the second half, but he only threw once in the second half. So he had completed 2 passes in 6 attempts for 18 yards. Bodie Yale had that halfback pass that not a completion, so he finished 0 for 1 as well. As far as receiving, Austin Zielinski had 18 yards receiving on 2 catches, and that again was in the first half. And as far as penalties, East Wenatchee had 71 yards of penalties in 9 penalties for 71 yards, something that coach will work on still. Let's go to the Wenatchee Panthers side. The workhorse, Mike Belinsky, had 18 carries for 115 yards. Ryan Branham, the quarterback, had 13 carries for 47 yards. Russell Kale had 7 yards on 3 carries. And Rigo Garcia got sacked for a 2-yard sack on the one play he came in when the quarterback got dinged up a little bit there right at the end of the game. Ryan Branham, the quarterback, had 9 completions and 20 attempts for 109 yards. As far as receiving, again, all these are unofficial, but Griffin Butler had 5 catches for 67 yards. Stewie McGinnis had 4 catches for 26 yards. And Liam Stuber had 1 catch for 16 yards. And again, the Wenatchee Panthers had 5 penalties for 55 yards. So that's it up here in the press box. Let's get the game. The post-game show will continue next down with Eric on the field with a happy Eastmont coach and players. Let's send it down to Eric after this.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel. Bridge of Sportsmanship stays with Eastmont after a hard-fought 21-17 win. Colin McGinnis joining us now, who sealed the deal with that interception. Talk about, as you guys talked going into that, I mean, I'm sure you didn't want them to have that much time left on the clock, did you?
No. We were just...
Lift that up just a little bit.
We were just planning on just trying to keep it like... I don't know how to put it.
Deeper than the deepest,
yeah.
I assume, and not let anybody pass you?
Yeah, can't get anything behind you. That's what my coach always says.
So talk about that for you and securing that. I mean, you're a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
To get the interception, that means you guys hold on to that trophy. What does that mean to you?
Man, that means everything. I've been working so hard for this, and it took a lot of work.
You guys, I mean, every point counted here tonight. Talk about that team. You know they wanted this really badly tonight. They played you guys really tough, didn't they?
They did. They gave it their all. I mean, they were battling from the get-go, and we just had to finish them.
So you guys get 21 points on the board, but every single one of those extra points that you kicked, it mattered a lot, didn't it?
Yeah.
Do you feel pressure with that, or is it just, we're going to do what we do in practice?
That first one was pretty... That was pressure, and then it just got easier and easier.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You guys going to celebrate it all? I know you took a picture here, right?
Yeah,
you
did.
You got to celebrate those little milestones before you get Big 9 championship, things like that, right?
Yeah, certainly.
Well, congratulations on the interception. Congratulations on the win here tonight, and we'll see you again here in a few weeks.
All right, thank you.
All right, Colin McGinnis joining us here on the postgame show. We're going to talk to his coach. As I went to him, I said, okay, there's got to be somebody from the defense, right? Because they made one stop after another tonight to hold on for the victory. 21-17, the final Eastmont over Wenatchee. We're back with Jay Foster coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Welcome back once again here on the postgame show after the Bridge of Sportsmanship goes to Eastmont. Talking with Jay Foster after a 21-17, and I said it several times, hard-fought win here tonight, Coach.
It was, yeah. First half, I thought
They played great. We were a little discombobulated, but hung in there, obviously, came out with a tie. We talked about it at halftime. We said, this is what we talked about, about it being a rivalry game, and I don't care what the records are. I don't care what scores are. It's going to be a barn burner, you know what I mean? And it was a great football game.
Was it a help to have that long halftime? I mean, 20 minutes is longer than normal. You had the Hall of Fame, you had the kids out there cheering and stuff. I mean, did that help you guys?
Well, for me, I had to have a drink or two at halftime. I calmed myself down.
Non-alcoholic, folks. We're on school property.
Right. No, I don't want to say it helps. You get in there, the kids get a chance to relax a little bit. We talked about the things that we felt we needed to adjust and adapt to, and the biggest thing I think was just to get them, I don't want to say to relax and calm down, but when you come into these things, everybody's so hyped that sometimes you just don't think. I mean, we had a couple mental breakdowns out there, and you look at kids and they get you that blank stare, and it's like, okay, we just gotta fight through those things and find a way.
Was part of that? I mean, they came out, they ran right down the field on you and
they
scored.
Did. Yeah,
it was like, okay, we're here to play.
Yeah, exactly right. That was you get punched in the nose right off the get-go, and I don't think our kids were ready for it, even though we talked about it all week. This is what's going to happen. Yeah. But every year it's a new team. There's new guys, and so they've got to learn that lesson for the first time. The goal is let's just battle through it and find a way to go.
Brandon was able to hit a few guys tonight, but your defensive secondary I thought was top-notch, especially in that second half. And then also getting pressure on them up front. 5 sacks tonight, something like that.
I feel for the kid because we hit him.
I said during the game he's going to need an ice bath after this one.
We hit him. I hope he's okay. He went off there towards the end of the game. I've watched that kid play over the last few years, and he's a really good football player and a tough football player. But the defense, we stepped up, made 2 or 3 stops down there in the red zone, which were critical. The one time with the field goal, and then we had 2 other stops, and that's how you win games. That's how you have to win games like this.
I know you don't want to give the Butler on the return on that last punt, but I'm sure you probably didn't leave so much time on the clock there, right?
Yeah, we were hoping we could pick up a first. I mean, they played tough defense, obviously, and I was worried about the win. We went back and forth. Do you take a safety at that point, and just run around and kill as much time as you can and then kick off and hope, But Dax had kicked the ball well earlier, and I knew we were into the win, but when we kicked before the game, he was kicking well. So I rolled the dice, and thankfully they bailed me out. So Conley bailed me out.
Talk about this sophomore that comes up with the game-winning pick for you. That's huge.
And earlier in that, I don't know if it was that same drive or it was the drive prior to, he came up and made a big stop on the quarterback and it ended up being a 4th and 2, and then I think the next one was the penalty, and then they kicked the field goal. So that was one that turned maybe a potential touchdown into a 3-point, which again it turned out to be huge. Obviously, he's getting better and better and more comfortable back there. He and Ty Shaw is playing solid, and we can kind of ride the one that's having the night, and that's what we did tonight.
Well, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, there you go. It's Jay Foster and the Eastmont Wildcats. Hold on to the trophy here in their case. I think it's worn a spot on the shelf because it's been here for 10 consecutive times now as Eastmont knocks off Wenatchee 21-17. We'll come back and wrap it up here from Eastmont right after this.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Well, they would go in at halftime tied at 14 and only get a couple of scores in the second half. Eastmont with a touchdown, Wenatchee with a field goal, and that would be it for the 2025 edition of the Bridge of Sportsmanship as the Wildcats hold on to the trophy for the 10th consecutive time, downing the Wenatchee Panthers tonight 21-17. I want to thank our crew for helping us out tonight. First of all, back at the studios, Eli Ginter as well as Malcolm Whitehall. I heard you back there, Malcolm. Also here on site, Cagney Fox is our line producer. On cameras tonight, we had Corey Stanfield, we had Callie Benson. Also up above, we had Mike Richards. Welcome to the broadcast crew here, Mike. Also Dan Kuntz, and let's see, who else do we have? Tim Bernowski, our help with the production assistance here tonight on site, as well as my partner tonight who came off a camera to get in front of the camera, Paul Collard. Thank you much, my friend, for being here and helping us get through this broadcast. Again, the Eastmont Wildcats hold on to the Bridge of Sportsmanship trophy by knocking off the Wenatchee Panthers 21-17. Have a good night, everybody. Handoff to Zielinski around the right side. Got away from one man, got away from two. Squirts between the...
Thanks for watching exclusive coverage of high school sports on the NCWLIFE Channel. This broadcast has been sponsored in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Valley Tractor. We now return you to normal broadcasting already in progress on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station.
Beautiful read by Ryan Branham. He'll score from 20 yards out.